Happy holidays.
Tell Santa what you really want.
Covino and Rich.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Oh! Put that cookie down now! Oh my God!
I'm looking for miracle trees. Miracle trees.
Merry Christmas, little Jimmy. Merry Christmas, little Jimmy.
Merry Christmas! You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Everybody! Feliz Navidad, everybody!
Covino and Rich.
Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
¿Qué tal, vatos locos? Happy holidays. Give a vato nod, bro. There you go. Vato nods for all. To all. Vato
Welcome to the show.
Happy holidays. Happy belated Hanukkah. Hanukkah's over. Last night was the 8th craziest night. And I hope it was the craziest night of all.
You know what? Why not go for 9 crazy nights?
Why not?
If you're Jewish, fucking keep the party rolling.
We got 12 days of Christmas.
Let's go.
There you go. Rich loves the Lords of Leaping.
I admire any lord that could leap.
Lords of Leaping. How many Lords of Leaping? 8? 9 ladies dancing?
8,
Anyway.
No, 8 maids of milking. So I think it's...
Let's rock out.
How many lords are leaping?
It's a good one.
Anyway.
We got more brain busters like that throughout the day, guys.
5 golden rings, 4 turtle doves, 3 French eyes. So
9 Lords of Leaping, 8 ladies dancing, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying,
5 golden rings.
Miss Piggy says,
Gold.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves. I sing the Muppet.
If that was trivia to you
I think I nailed
on
it.
the spot, would you have been able to like?
That's like Billy on the Streets. Name a woman.
Love
Hillary
12.
Clinton.
I find that so
Jordan
awkward.
loves him.
I find it so awkward, but
No, 12 drummers
awesome.
drumming. 11 pipers piping. 10 lords of leaping. 9 ladies dancing.
What did I say?
I
You
think
said-
this is it.
you said 8 lords.
maids. I'm not even reading this.
What is it?
8
8 maids of milking.
Maids of milking. 7 swans are
dang
swimming.
it.
6 geese are laying. 5 golden rings.
Billy on the Streets would have got me.
4
How many
calling
Lords of
birds.
Leaping?
10.
Whoa.
9 lords.
If I see Jordan
Leaping?
laughing,
Oh.
this is so funny. It's one of 2 things. And I'm like, I don't want to see it. She's like, you got to see it. I'm like, no, I'm good.
I wouldn't mind 10 Jordans leaving.
It's either
Sorry.
it's either a weird cat
8
video.
Sophia's bouncing.
I'm going to make Spots 12 days of
6
Christmas.
booties jiggling.
It's either a weird cat video that's not funny. I don't think they're funny. Cats are cute and all, but I don't think they're funny. They never brought the house down like Steve Harvey. But she often shows me videos of Billy on the Streets where he just asks questions real quick. And you're like, I don't know. Can't think of anything.
12 jubbos jubbing.
12 jubbos jubbing.
Well, Jubbo's jubbing. We should make our own version for sure.
I got mine.
Well, anyway, welcome to the show.
Oh.
Sports, entertainment, life. We are Covino
Yeah,
and Rich,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
know that because you subscribe.
Yeah, people know that.
But tell your friends, thank you very much. Free Twitch Friday shows are up, available. And Behind the Velvet Ropes this week. Steve Covino, Rich Davis Spot. Hope you had a great weekend.
Hey, instead of getting your friend into the Jelly of the Month Club for Christmas, you gotta get him a month of Covino and Rich on Patreon.
Now you're talking.
There you go. You brought up something interesting. The sense of humor differences between
Already, 6 minutes in, I'm bringing it.
the sense of humor differences between generations and sexes.
It's a sex thing, I think.
Yeah,
Cats aren't funny to this guy.
I don't think cats are funny to any dude. My wife will show me things, and it's always a 50-50. Half the time, I'm like, yo, right on, Sarah. That shit's hilarious. And the other half, I'll be like, oh, you thought that was funny? And it's usually like...
Mauser says, Covino doesn't think cats are funny, but kids falling off logs, hilarious.
I agree.
So funny. In fact, I'll show you something. real quick.
Oh.
This is beautiful.
So funny that we have it made into a painting.
Yeah, look at
Courtesy of the after show,
That's
but
like-
later.
that's
and
like a-
Daniel Javier Feats.
That's like Renaissance. That's
Look
like
at
the
that.
Renaissance
It's called
right
Edgar's Fall. It's a classic.
there. I saw that in the National Gallery.
No! That shit's funny as hell.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be on special exhibition at the Louvre
We're waiting to hang that up.
for the Christmas season.
So, sense of humor, different, yes. But the Billy on the Street stuff, I do find really funny. Anytime I see it, I'm like, it's a great gimmick because anything else he's done, I'm like, yo, he's funny. He's done some voiceover stuff. He's had small roles in movies. And I'm like, he's a likable guy, but the gay
in
dude.
The Lion King most recently.
Yeah, the gay dude.
Opposite Seth Rogen.
Billy on the Streets. Speaking of Seth Rogen, Billy Eichner. He was with, Seth Rogen was behind the camera. I'm sure Jordan has shown you this one.
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
And he goes up to these gay guys and he's like, I got some terrible news. And they're like, what? It's like, do you like Seth Rogen? And the gay guy's like, yeah, he's really funny and he's like a really sexy bear. And Seth Rogen's behind the camera and he goes, I'm sorry to tell you, Seth Rogen died.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're like, oh, that's awful. And they're like, just kidding, Seth Rogen's right here.
You do a great Billy Eichner.
I know.
You could fill in if he's ever sick.
Excuse me. Name one Paul Rudd movie.
Guess
Paul Rudd's right here.
I saw you. Would you have? He said, "Here, do it in his voice." Would you have a threesome with me and John Hamm? But John
Excuse me. Would you have a threesome with me and John Hamm?
No.
Oh wait,
John
fuck
Hamm.
you.
Oh no, wait, John Hamm. Yeah, but you, I don't know. It's like it's always some random old lady walking down the streets of New York.
I agree with Sebring, who is a New York City cop.
He's kind of funny though. He
gets away with a lot more shit than the average guy because A, he's a really funny dude. B, he's a gay dude, and C, he's sort of known now. So when he's all flamboyant running around the streets with a celebrity,
he is funny.
It's pretty funny.
He makes me laugh more than cats do. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, we hope you make you laugh a little bit today. Hope you have fun.
I mean, I'll give him one more shout out because he does make me laugh. So what the hell? The Billy on the Streets one, he's with John Oliver. And he's going up to people, and it's really funny because he's like, excuse me, do you know who John Oliver is?
No.
and everyone's like, no.
I've seen that one too.
And John Oliver's just so like comedically deflated.
I think I've seen him all. Maybe I'm a bigger fan than I realized. Wait a minute.
Billy on the Streets.
Maybe I need a painting of him in this studio. Well, anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us.
You know what it is too? I think Billy Davis, who is the love child of me and Billy Eichner, apparently, makes a good point. It's good because it's oh no, he's saying it gets to be too much real quick, but I think that's why they're great short clips.
If you don't know what we're talking about.
I mean, people do.
Not everybody does. Billy on the Streets. Look him up on YouTube on your own time.
It's not new. It's like
doesn't
people
mean
don't know
everybody
by
knows.
now.
Not everybody lives Rich Davis's life or the life of a 29-year-old woman by the name of Jordan. Not everybody knows.
I hate to tell you, people know who Billy Eichner is.
I hate to tell you that not everybody knows. You think your dad's listening? Does he know Billy Eichner? Probably not.
They're gonna know.
I'm glad Covino told me. I had no idea.
Well,
guy.
All I'm saying is that the people that don't know who Billy Eichner are the same people that hit us up.
Hey, bro, you got to
pause it,
spoon feed
Spot.
everybody.
No,
I'm just showing a video for reference.
Pause it, Spot.
I'm just showing video for reference.
No, but it's the same people. The people that don't know who he is are the same people that hit us up and they're like, I miss
might
you
not.
guys. Where are you?
Hey, bro.
Right.
Those idiots. The people watching us and listening right now
Right
are
here.
smart. They get it.
I
They're
bet
with
you
us.
J-Bots doesn't know who he is.
J-Bots absolutely knows.
No, he doesn't.
I tested this morning to see how
Knows how to
accessible we
lick
are.
my
Rolando doesn't know. Rolando doesn't know jack diddly shit, though.
Like if we were on, remember when we were on Sirius and people were like, we disappeared and now we're here for a while and everyone followed us. And then there's those few stragglers who are like, where are you guys? I haven't seen you. I tried to figure it out. I went to Google and I typed our names in. And then our website was the first thing, and I tapped it, and as soon as you open our website, it says Covino Rich Patreon. So it's we're so easy to find.
Well, look,
So yes, I agree.
Look up, just play one funny clip of Billy on the Streets because he does make me laugh all these years later.
All right,
He's been doing it for years. He
doesn't
started doing it
disappoint.
as like an internet clip, and because of that, the dude's really fucking living it up now. He's in movies. He's doing voiceover works in movies with big stars.
He's in movies.
He was in Lion King, like Covino said.
That's a movie.
Spot, I'm just saying he does voiceovers and acting.
I know. I'm kidding.
He was in
A movie?
a movie, I believe. Yeah, lots of movies. Did movies.
Jealous of Beyonce's success?
No.
I don't believe you.
I wouldn't believe me either.
Okay.
Are you having a good day?
I am. Are you?
I am having a good day.
What are you doing?
I just went to the movies.
What did you see?
I saw The Story of Marie, a blind deaf girl.
Oh, God, no. For $1, who's your favorite actor or actress?
Oh, I like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I think he's fine. He's like a good guy. I've never been that like.
Anyway, this is
thrilled
a
by
bad
his
example.
acting, but seems like a well-intentioned
I think
person.
Covino's seen all his funny
I
ones.
searched Billy on the Street best
Disgusting.
moments.
Really?
For $1.
Maybe he's not that funny.
Because
Gentlemen, any thoughts on Kira Sedgwick?
Pardon? What about
Kira Sedgwick?
I love her. I
do?
viewed her at John. Kira Sedgwick.
Oh my God, this is so gay. I can't take this. I cannot take this. Miss, have you gotten your Madonna tickets yet?
Hell no.
Why?
Because I can't afford them.
Why not?
Because I live in New York and I'm going to be 64 and I have no health insurance.
I don't ask for your whole life story.
Tough shit.
Oh, fuck you.
All right, fine.
Happy
Here's our
holidays. Anyway, I didn't plan on
He's
speaking
fucking
about Billy
great.
Eichner. I'm just saying, I'm always shown either videos of him or cats.
I'm just saying, he's the one clip that women love that I equally find hilarious, and you should too. I mean, the world does clearly.
I'm Key is not a fan. Rolando H is not a fan.
Well, dude, I mean, what do you want me to say?
Buzz in
What,
Chicago,
you want to insult
not
people?
a fan.
Do you want me to insult people that support us? I won't. I can't do that anymore. It takes away the fun of it. I can't make fun of people because then they'll unsubscribe and then we lose money.
Look, there's Chris Evans.
So hey, you guys
doesn't mean you need to agree with everybody. I
guys-
respectfully disagree with a lot of you.
Just say. Well,
a lot
you
of
should
you,
see
I
the
think,
feedback
could
we
eat
get.
my ass.
Well, the feedback
But that's,
anytime
you know.
anytime we get a new subscriber or lose someone, when you read the exit survey, it's
always-
always something like.
It's always because of Covino.
It's always because of like something one of us said that they didn't agree with. So
So
it's
whatever.
like,
For every time someone does that,
I know.
because of something I said, someone's subscribing because of some shit I said.
No, I get it. I'm just saying though. It's like you guys are all the greatest.
Hi.
I'm thrilled for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, and it's on Netflix now.
All right, I'll check it out.
Please, and he has a new movie.
He does?
Yes, what's it called? Knives Out. Knives Out.
Knives Out. Ooh, I don't like the title.
Okay. He's Captain America.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stop.
It's
I
not
love
funny in
Chris
this
Evans.
context. It's not funny. We're funnier, I think. In
Yeah,
this context,
in this
it's
context.
not as funny. Something about it. Something about this room that makes him not that funny. But this is the room where it happens, guys. Thanks for being here.
Rolando, by the way, I appreciate what Rolando said. You could clown on me, Rich, and I won't leave. I won't leave. I'm here to the death. Yo, Rolando, that's what makes you a man. Be a man.
Be a man.
Be a
Yes,
man.
Mainly, you know.
By the way, in Rich's defense, I chose like the 2 worst videos.
Yeah,
But
they were pretty
I
bad.
searched Billy on the
I
Street
know.
best moments. It was the first
I'm
clip
saying,
that popped
like,
up.
I
It said
laugh-
best
I laugh at
moments.
that
It had
shit.
5 million views.
I laugh at that shit every day.
5 million.
He will pop up on your feed quite a
Starting
bit.
to regret the fact that I brought him up. It was just in passing, guys. Sorry about that. And I definitely don't assume that everybody knows who he is. Like, I totally disagree with you on that. Not everybody lives that life. I think you're super jaded in your pop culture world of pop music and Hits One and The Pulse to think that everybody knows who that guy is. I think you're crazy.
Okay.
I think a lot of women do. You think our audience is like subscribing to Google alerts of that guy? I don't think
I don't
so.
subscribe to Google alerts of anybody. I just live on planet Earth.
Planet Earth, welcome.
Do you still have Google alerts of people?
Yeah.
Who? Besides
Pee-wee
yourself?
Pee-wee Herman. Right here, Pee-wee Herman. He's got a radio show now.
Is he?
Yeah. All right. So anyway, guys.
He does.
Oh, by the
Thank
way, I have a question to start the show, and then we'll recap the weekend. We'll talk some relationships. I have a question about sex. I have a dirty sex question.
Of course.
I want to talk about shit that people don't know. You talk about people not knowing Billy Eichner. I have a question about shit people don't know. We'll get to that. Yeah, there's people that don't think Seinfeld and Larry
But look
David's
at Franz.
funny.
Franz is a very cool guy. Never heard of him. First time.
Let's not go overboard. Franz. is a real cool
Franz
guy.
is fucking a young, handsome.
He's not young. He's in his
handsome.
late 40s.
Yeah, but who do you think we're talking to? 25-year-old women?
Late 40s. I thought he was like
You
65.
think we're talking to gay dudes? Not everybody knows that guy. Yeah, I got Sylvester Stallone alerts, Henry Winkler alerts.
Yeah, who do you have as alerts?
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
love to know.
I got Henry Winkler news today. You
Love
guys
that
know
guy.
who he is.
Love that guy. Oh, we got to get him on the show.
So sports,
This
entertainment,
month. I'll be
life,
on. This month. I promise.
the weekend, not the artist. Our actual weekend. Hope you had a good one. Happy Hanukkah, all that stuff. Hope you got some shopping in while you could.
Is anyone really shopping though? I thought about that.
Women
That-
be shopping.
Yeah, women.
No, that's one
Women
of,
be shopping.
that's one of my thoughts. That
Franz
I,
is younger than you. He's 41.
No, don't be silly. I love you, Franz. I thought about that yesterday as I saw the 15 boxes on my porch from that you guys took in for me when I got
15
back.
boxes boxing.
14 jobbos jobbing. And I thought, like, is anyone going shopping at a store?
Yeah, people are. I was there recently.
No, but I'm
People are
saying, like,
shopping.
how long
You're
is that
not.
going to last?
I mean,
malls are.
fucking
I'm
packed.
saying malls have already been shutting down. I'm saying.
You know who loves shopping? Families of 12 on a Sunday.
I'm just wondering.
Families who love bringing their 6 kids
to the mall,
their dog, their cat, their neighbor's kids to the mall on a Sunday.
Well, I'm only asking because at this stage,
You know why it's called the mall?
Tell me.
Because
instead of going to one store, you go to them all.
Wait a second.
It's
That's not true.
That's not true.
You go to them all.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Rich is like, wait a second. Continue. Is anyone going to the store?
Why is it called the mall? According to the origin of the mall, it's a shortening of why not go to one store when you can go to the mall? Shut up.
I still don't believe it.
Are you serious?
I still don't believe it.
That's
I don't believe
insane.
it. It's sort of like
it's right here on the internet.
It's sort of like, what is it? Golf. What does golf stand for?
Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
I was like, is that true?
Wow. Fun fact. How about that? It's not real. Sorry.
La da 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 la da 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 da.
Stop it.
I just I wonder how long until people stop going to the store completely. Like, I mean, shopping for groceries is one thing because people want to get fresh produce and they want to feel their fucking fruits and veggies and
want to feel
and not even that. My wife has started to do that more and more. But the problem is, they're not going to give you the produce you want. Like, we got tomatoes, and they were like, not the tomatoes I would have picked.
They give you amateur juice.
I give you produce. I had one this morning.
So, I don't know. I think shopping for Christmas,
They give you whatever juice.
I think maybe you go to the mall to get ideas because most of the time, anything you want is right there on Amazon. Why would you get out of your house to go park somewhere, walk around, do all this crazy shit?
The two of us, Steve and I now live right next to a mall.
Yeah.
Within walking distance. And I have not set foot inside that mall in at least 6 months to a year.
I'm just saying. It's just
That's why
I went for the Apple Store.
I'm
but
investing in Rob Dyrdek fantasy factories.
Because that's what they're going to turn into.
I feel like they're all going to turn into like warehouses and fantasy factories and photons. I'm going to invest in laser tags. Because all of these storefronts, all these malls are going to turn into warehouses and fantasy factories.
Yeah, the truth is that aren't they converting a lot of old malls into Amazon
fulfillment centers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Makes sense.
Where am I going to get where are you going to get your airbrush personalized hats and shirts? It's a good question, Mauser.
Where am I going to get that thing that you put on that goes on your head that scratches your head?
Where am I going to have someone asking me if I could give them a second so they could try to clean my shoes?
Where am I going to get Auntie Hans? There's no freestanding Auntie Hans. What, the airport?
It's a great question.
You know, we've been saying this for a long time, though. And there's still a lot of people there. You go to any store at any given time here in Los Angeles, it's packed. I mean, I know it's different city to city, but I go to a store and I say to myself, does anybody work? Everybody's always at the store. It's packed all the time, especially holiday season.
Are kids back to sitting on Santa's lap?
I think so.
Or are they in between? Is there plexiglass in between still?
That's a good one. I don't know.
They're sitting on Santa's lap.
Really?
Yeah. I saw one of my friends posted this, and I thought it was a great indicator that we're still a long way from everyone changing, right? If you think everyone's going to only shop online or only do things the modern way, there's still people that pay their bills with checks, and there's still people worse than that. There's still people that don't have Easy Pass, and that is indicator number one that we're still like when you go to a toll bridge, especially in New York, the fact that there's people that don't have Easy Pass that live in New York and New Jersey, that just shows you that there's people that are so reluctant to just do the simple, easy thing.
No, New York. Let me tell you this, because not this past trip, but the trip before, I went back to New York and I forgot my Easy Pass, and it was annoying because I always keep it with me because I don't trust leaving it in New Jersey because my brother always uses it. That being said, they've eliminated tolls, at least on the highways. They've eliminated tolls. It's now all toll by mail. So if you don't have an Easy Pass, you're just getting sent a bill in the mail, or you have to pay it online, or you get a surcharge.
Yeah. That happened to me in like Orange County. Because around here, there's really no toll roads, but down there, you ever notice there's a couple random things?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what is this? A toll road? And they tell you the website, and I went there, I put in my license plate, it's like, you owe $6. I'm like, oh, fuck, how annoying. I didn't even know there was like such a thing out here.
Well,
but hey.
There you have it. women be shopping. Hope you got your shopping in. Because by next weekend, it's going to be more crowded, more holiday parties, more things to do.
Where's Toll Booth Willie working these days?
I don't know.
He hit it out of the booth.
You're going to have multiple parties to choose, and then it gets sticky with your friendships. You don't go to one party and then you go to someone else's party, or maybe you go to both. Who knows? But commitments start piling up this time of year.
Well,
shopping, crowds, frustrations, last minute purchases, secret Santas, white elephants. What is that? I don't even know.
Well, happy holiday season. Enjoy your parties. Enjoy your fun. It's really interesting how sometimes Covino and I have the same thought, yet we never talked about it. It could be like, you know how women are in their period together sometimes? Like their periods end up being around the same time. Mm-hmm. I think maybe our dumb thoughts line up at the same time. There's got to be an explanation.
Yeah. I mean, because we're all living the same sort of life. We're all on the same train track, kind of.
But I'm with my buddy Zach a couple days ago. And he starts telling me a story about a woman he works with. But he started by saying, yeah, so this girl I work with. And he's like, girl? Well, she's not a girl. She's a woman. And he's like, fuck, when do you start calling women in your life women? Because we're not kids anymore. And I realized that I only call someone a woman and not a girl if they're older than me. And Covino's like, yo, fuck, I had that same stupid thought the other day. And Spot chimed in. And Spot, what you said was, like the old lady at the office.
There's
You're going to call her a woman. Like there's an amazing woman we work with at SiriusXM, Kathy.
No.
And Covino goes, what would you call Kathy? I go, oh, Kathy, a woman we work with.
No.
Because she's older.
She's actually in the next territory.
Lady.
She's in lady territory.
She's a lady.
She's a lady. So there comes a point when you reach a certain age. So there's women. So like women are probably like, a little bit older to like, let's say like 10 to 15 years older. Anything beyond that, they're a lady. They're the lady at work.
The lady at work. The woman, you would say, might be like 30s or 40s.
You're my lady.
NW said, I'd rather be called girl. Yo, to me.
My daughter's a girl.
Your daughter's a girl.
Yeah, but if you were to be like.
But she's actually
a
girl.
But you.
Cisgender.
You.
Girl.
Cisgender.
As you would say, if I told you, yo, Shannon Guns, right? You'd be like, yeah, it's a girl I work with. You'd say girl. You wouldn't say Shannon Guns is a woman I work with.
I would say she's a young woman.
You wouldn't say, you would, no, in passing, you'd be like, yo.
I had the same train track of thought as Rich and Zach this weekend because I was talking about Jordan and I was either texting about her or promoting the fact that she did
I would say Jordan, the girl Covino's dating. I wouldn't say the woman Covino's dating.
30-year-old woman.
I know, but I'm saying I'm wrong.
That's what I wrote girl, and then I edited my comment or wrote it again, and I said I wrote woman.
Kim says she identifies as a girl. Don't call me ma'am.
Yeah, but girl just sounds like, are you wearing pigtails? Are you doing jump rope? You know what I mean? Are you playing double dutch?
Lady.
I bet Kim was great at double dutch at one point in her life, but you're a woman now. So I understand you identify as a girl, but you're a woman. Think about it. You got to put it in perspective. Mike Tyson is a little boy. I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm 45.
Yeah, I'm a man. I'm 40. I guess when you're 40, you become a man.
But I feel like a little boy. A little boy. But yeah, I think there's a certain stage and age where you're a woman now. Girl, doom, 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 you'll be a woman soon. I love you so much, can't get all the ways I got for you, girl, and all I can say is
you're not my type.
There you go.
Laugh my ass off, Covino. People are saying just don't call him ma'am. I love that clip. Don't call me ma'am. I think is it a generational thing or are we just man boys? Because
how would you feel if someone called you a boy?
Yeah, but calling someone a girl,
boy?
no one ever
called.
But no one ever called.
I'm the only guys that call me a boy. It's a little boy.
No, it's not. It's not the same, bro.
It is the same.
It's not. It's
How is it
It's
not?
the same by definition, but
Mr.
let
Double
me finish.
Standard.
Let me finish. It's the same by definition, but casually calling people. Okay, fine.
What's good for the gander is good for the goose. I've always said that.
If you're gonna,
if you don't want to be called a boy, right? Why would we call women who are clearly grown women girls? We do it, but I corrected myself this weekend. I'm like, nah, it doesn't sound right. Sounds creepy.
Agreed.
My daughter's a girl. Jordan's a woman.
All right.
So why am I addressing her as a girl?
Okay.
Oh,
Okey dokes.
man.
I think you're missing my point. My point is, yes, it's wrong, but calling someone a boy and a girl, it changes for a guy, but yet women hold on to the girl moniker until they're older. You could say no, but when you were 22, you aren't a boy.
Because I think
Guys, you call someone,
If
hey,
anything,
dude,
I feel
dude
the opposite
or bro
of what
or
you're
guy
saying.
or this
Guys
or that.
mature at
you know what
such a
I-
slower rate. I feel that we're boys longer than women are girls.
I think it's just more the casual reference, because you wouldn't say that man from work. You would say that guy from work. And the opposite of guy is girl.
See?
So I don't think it's necessarily like girl, woman, lady. I think it's just
Girls say like, hey,
the
girl. You don't say,
casual-
hey, boy.
It's the casual
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Spot.
reference. Yeah. So
It's
you
girls' night.
the opposite of girls' night.
Like,
night
I
out
wouldn't
with the
say
boys. But when
boy.
you say night out with the boys, it's said almost in like irony, like night out with the boys.
I wouldn't say boy from work. I would, like, if I were referring to you, I'd say,
Yeah, it's a guy from work.
I know a guy from work. I know a girl at work. Girl, guy. Companion
Start
words.
incorporating woman. I don't know. Because as you have a daughter at home who grows, you know she's not in the same category as the woman from work that you work with. And again, it just dawned on me this weekend. I'm not going to be a stickler about it. It's just something that we both observed. And it was a coincidence.
Yeah, just something but again, what Spot said is right. And when I said it, you weren't hearing
But girl's not the opposite of guy. So regardless of what your go-to is personally, that's subjective.
But it's not just me. It's society.
It's just everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're in your 20s,
I'm not saying it's
If
the
you-
opposite. I'm saying it's the companion.
yeah, what
to-
Spot's saying is like, you'd be like, yeah, I know some guy. I know some girl. Like our friend Shannon,
gal
right?
would be the opposite to guy. I say gal.
If we
That's
were to
fine.
talk, let's say we were to
You can
talk
say
about
So
gal.
you
at
can't say
work.
everybody because I always say, yeah, that gal down the hall.
Spot. Our friend Shannon, right?
What about lass? Is lass good?
Yes, use less. It's what he rowdy.
I
Roddy
use
Piper.
lady and lord a lot of times when I'm going to fancy bathrooms.
I
Excuse
use-
me, Sarah. Where's the lord's room?
I use caballeros and what do they use for women? You ever go to a place where it's like caballeros and
Muchachos.
I like lords
muchachas.
and ladies.
Spot. If I were to say our friend Shannon out here in LA,
You ever go to a bathroom though and you're not sure which
Yes.
one it is because they have a
Yeah,
fancy
I hate
name?
that. I fucking hate that.
Oh no, it's just in Dominican Republic. It was
Or
like
it's in-
Damas. I'm like Damas, dames, dames. Yes, that's not where I go.
ladies.
I
That's
go.
ladies.
Yeah,
but
what does the man want to
I
say?
don't know. You go to some medieval thing and you're like, I don't know. What is that word?
Or it's a picture, and you're like, this picture,
mermaid.
this picture, this sculpture that they put on the door could go either way, and I'm not too sure.
Am I a caballero?
I don't know.
All right, it's someone with a sombrero on, but it could be a woman with a sombrero. I'm not sure.
Try to figure it out. See who walks out the door. You're like, oh.
I don't. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit this one out.
And Pat walks out. Are you waiting to use the bathroom?
Damn it! Now I'll never know.
Oh, man.
Spot. If I were to refer to our friend Shannon, let's say you're telling a story.
Sweet woman.
Yeah, who's Shannon, by the way? You'd say, oh, she's a girl we're friends with out here in LA. You wouldn't say, oh, she's a woman. It's wrong, but we wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say
But
that.
that's why we're here, to make you think about
Yeah.
it and correct. When you say girl, I'm assuming she's skipping to her loo down the street.
I know.
You know, with no worry in the world. She's a woman.
It's a dumb observation, but the fact that we both made it.
Woman.
Hey, who's Al B? Oh, some guy I'm friends with. Who's Shannon? Oh, it's a girl that my wife and I are
Maybe
friends
it's
with.
an old school sexist attitude. I don't know.
I just think
because, like I said before, when it comes to maturity, we're the ones that are still boys. They become women at a way earlier stage in life. That's just us keeping them down.
They're women that
Subconsciously.
like
Like, yeah,
15.
that girl. Yeah, she hasn't been a girl in 10 years. We still call them girls. I don't know why that happens, but we thought of it, and there you go. I'm sort of, like I said, when I see it in print, it's different. Like, Jordan's a woman. She's not a girl. I'm not with a fucking girl. Made me feel creepy.
Yeah.
Eddie, you DJ, said when you're his age, everyone you refer to at work is some kid I work with.
I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, woman sounds very formal. Girl sounds casual. That's why Andrew says we still do it.
Oh, mademoiselle. That's good, Kyle and PA.
Mademoiselle. I would just agree with you that
Mon cher.
we can move on, but we all say girl way too long. And I don't think our parents ever said it, though.
I don't know what they do. Just reading the feedback is funny. A girl skips to her Lou. A woman skips to my Johnson. Austin Arnold says.
A woman skips to her Lou.
Makes
What Lou?
no
Diamond Phillips?
Yeah, it makes no sense, but thank you. All right, thanks for all the feedback. You can also call us, the most inclusive, most interactive podcast, live podcast of all podcasts, Covino and Rich, 412-267-7469. The number's supposed to be here somewhere, but it's not. 412-267-7469.
Oh, it's right there.
Is it where?
Yeah, you see it right
There it is, right here. No, I don't see it. Anyway, call us.
Our number's 42.
412-267-7469. 412, the letters CNR show. It hasn't changed since the SXM days. SXM days. If you want to give us a call, chime in.
That
If
number,
not, we appreciate you guys.
That number works as a text or a phone call if you want to. There you go. So you refer to someone older or younger than you differently. That's another way you can look at it. Like if someone's your age, you're going to be like, yeah, it's a girl or a dude or a guy or whatever. If it's an older person, you're going to, out of respect, like I said, that woman we work with, Kathy.
Yeah.
She's a woman. Her spot said a lady we work with.
A lady. She's a lady.
Lady, hear
Whoa,
me tonight.
whoa, she's a lady.
Some young 20-year-old that's working at the office, entry-level job. You're not going to call her a lady. You're probably like some girl I work with.
Because ladies usually comes with old lady.
Yeah.
She's that old lady. But out of respect, you don't
Like
say
all the girls,
old.
like all the girls at the office that flock around me. Those are girls.
Yeah, they're girls.
Oh, I missed the.
Ladies.
Oh,
They're
it's not
young
gonna
women.
happen.
Young
What are they gonna
women.
do? What are they-
Technically, they're young women.
Who
That's
are they
you
gonna
keeping them in a certain little space.
Who are they going to flock around now?
Young women. That's
Some new bearded guy with muscles.
Oh, who's the new? Spot has a theory that Zach is your new Spot.
No, so Zach is softball spot.
Softball. He's your softball spot.
I've known
Yeah.
Zach for 6 years.
He's
not
softball
new.
spot. He's softball
He's not
spot.
new.
Softball spot.
Softball spot. What does that mean?
He's your softball version of Spot.
Oh. Okay, I can see that.
It's not like meant to be mean. It's not meant to be mean.
I mean, if it was meant to be mean, you'd be insulting yourself. I
Yeah,
guess.
I like Zach.
No, he's me, but in softball form.
We hung out with Zach and his
he's
young
like
lady, his young woman, his.
He's a stocky bearded guy that plays softball.
We do say girl. That's why I hate saying girlfriend. Girlfriend sounds fucking something really amateur and juvenile.
Lady friend.
Yeah, he was with his lady friend. I hate calling Jordan my girlfriend. You can say I could do something about that. I get it.
You
His
could.
Novia.
But we hung out and we saw Hamilton.
Your inserts fell out.
They want my money. Hamilton. I got the playbill, holding up the playbill. We saw Hamilton with Hamilton Boy. And there's a lot of people that hit me up over the weekend because we posted pictures. Their first observation is that my side poofs are fucking wicked. Like
I don't know anyone that made that observation.
Okay, I made it up.
But people comment about your hair. Is that why you fix it so much?
Yeah, people saw the picture and they're like, yo, Covino's side poofs are blazing.
Did they
I
see
haven't
my
gotten a
hair?
haircut- I haven't gotten a haircut since before I had COVID. And I
In
got
that
COVID
photo,
in October.
did
So
they
I'm getting a
see
haircut
my
tomorrow.
hair? Look at this.
No, but I had Don Matting wings. Like I had them over my because I was wearing a mask. Pull the mask off and then the sides of your hair get over your ears.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a hair since before COVID either.
Yeah, but we
I'm going
posted
Wednesday.
pictures. Had a great time. A lot of people were also commenting on, I thought you were going to Jose's party.
Watch out, ladies.
Well, when you say that, it means you didn't listen to Friday's show because I explained my reasoning thoroughly. I'm actually going to see Jose soon. And when he's hosting a party, he doesn't have time necessarily for me, and I need to catch up with him. We need to catch up.
It's
Sit
not.
down and have
I was
a
going
dinner.
to say it's not the time
Not the
where,
time.
especially it was his wife's birthday party,
Yeah.
and he was hosting the party, so he's going to be running around getting people drinks. Hey, you need anything, brother? Let me show you here. He's going to be entertaining. So you're like, well, I'm not going to drive a couple hours to just be. No offense, the like casual guest probably filled with her close friends, her family,
Right.
her everything. Like if it's Jose's wife's birthday party, then no offense, you're sort of like the last priority that night, which is
understandable.
which is fair.
But I had other plans that I could attend.
No one put Steve Covino in a corner.
Yeah. So I explained this on Friday's free Twitch Friday show if you want to check that out.
There's plans you make with people, and
And we made other plans
Yeah.
so that I could, also hang out with Rich and Spot and watch Hamilton with Hamilton Boy.
And also, keep in mind, if people are questioning it, it's like there are parties you go to.
Hefe
that-
says I should have still went and
There
we
are-
partied with Jose.
there
I
are
think you should've
parties-
gone too, but that's just me.
Why? I enjoyed the play.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying it was bad timing, but I think that like
yeah, but I enjoyed the play, and I'm going to hang out with Jose in the next few
Yeah,
weeks.
I think it was the right move because truthfully, there are parties you go to where if you're there or not, people notice. No offense. Whether you were there or not, no one noticed because it's Jose's wife, her friends,
Yeah.
their family. Like,
And I'm still
if you
not
were
the
there, it would
best-
have been like, oh, cool, Covino's here. But if you weren't there, it's not like, oh man, Covino's not here.
I'm still not the best company.
Yeah.
Not that I ever am, but like I'm still not 100%, man. I'm low energy Steve. I really am. I'm still recovering and
less.
it feels like a crutch at this point, but it's the truth. So I'm like, yeah, we'll catch up. And we talked and we made other plans. So we saw Hamilton and I enjoyed it. I did. But I'll start from the beginning. I said this last night on Fox Sports Radio, but I'll say it again. Fox Sports. I understand not everybody listens. But if you want to hear our show last night, Rich thought it was the best one yet. 13 weeks in, foxsportsradio.com. I'm sitting there at the show. Which, by the way, we got there during the first song, which is so aggravating. I blame Rich. I blame Rich because he makes you wait all the time.
No, I
Makes
you
you
know
wait.
What,
What did I make
you
you
know
wait
who
for?
I blame? Can I
Who?
tell you who
Who do
I
you blame?
blame? I blame the fucking person that works at the theater, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, that was annoying.
The guy was like, "Oh, we can't seat you until another usher comes," and I'm like, "The fucking opening song is on right now.
I
Walk
know.
me out, you
Yeah.
little bitch."
Tell me you didn't want to strangle that guy.
I wanted,
little nerdy
he's
kid, I did. That's why I was like,
my
all right, let's
God.
go
He was
now.
like,
I wanted to strangle that
He was
dude.
like, he was there holding a sign that said, "Wear your mask." He was like, yeah, we can't go. I'll seat you, but I can't seat you until someone else
It
comes
was
out. I'm like,
aggravating.
is the opening song on right now?
Yeah, but it was aggravating, but it didn't ruin anything for
I hear this in the background. Take me out to my seat.
Yeah, it's pretty aggravating.
Come on.
I've never seen this play before.
We ran a little late because we had a dinner first and had a delicious dinner at Musso and Franklin's.
Musso and Frank's.
Musso and Frank's.
You may know Musso and Frank's. I believe it was the Al Pacino scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's why I said, don't mind if I do.
It's a Hollywood staple, over 100 years in existence.
Ooh. He said, sir, would you like some bread? I said, don't mind if I do. And he's like, oh, Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Yeah, I get it.
Thanks,
Al
man.
Pacino.
Yeah.
Al
Don't
Pacino.
they also show it in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you said?
Just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the movie?
That's the movie.
That's what he just
I don't
said.
remember that.
Don't you remember he has the meeting and
That's right. Dummy. All right, well, anyway, we were there, had a great dinner, great meal, such a great fucking meal.
Such
You know
a
what?
great meal.
Yes, it's the usher's fault. I was late. We were late.
Yeah, because
So we got there, like, as the show was starting.
I didn't
Well,
go to, it's actually Rich's
like,
fault, but still.
Aggravating. So anyway,
Actually, it's Zach's fault, and I'll tell you why.
why is it Zach's fault?
Zach clearly doesn't know the ways of Broadway. When you're
the ways of Broadway.
the ways of Broadway.
Is that
when
an
you're
app?
yes, when you're going to see a show, you can't book a dinner like an hour, 2 hours before the show. You have to like book a little bit. You have to like a 5 o'clock dinner is good.
All right. Well, we missed like
You either
we
go
missed
for-
like
you
30
either
seconds of
go-
the show. I think we're harping on this too much.
You go for like a 7 o'clock drink, and then you go to the show if the show's at 8, and then you go out after in New York. But in LA, there's really not much after. So you'd have to like.
That's not true. We missed the whole first opening number, which takes you out of the mood a little
It's a
bit.
3-minute song.
No, because we walked in here like, just you wait, just you wait, just you wait. And we're like, oh, it's
Alexander
over.
Hamilton.
Yeah. Alexander. Yeah, so we missed it. We walked in right on that. Yeah. As the song was ending, we're like, so we must have missed like at least 3 minutes.
Where did they come? Oh.
And I sit down. We all sit down. We're still excited though. Good vibes. Good vibes.
I don't.
We even saw a Carl in line, which was awesome. Especially when you're in mixed company, someone comes up to you and like, yo, love your show.
Makes you feel cool.
It makes you feel cool. So a shout out to, was his name Armand or Ahmed? We saw one of our listeners there.
believe
Shout
it's
out,
Armand.
appreciate you. And
So bad.
made us feel cool. Sit down. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, this is a good view of the stage. I like it. We're high up in one of the upper tiers, but very nice view.
It's the theater's too big.
It's too big.
Pantages Theater, it's
The
majestic.
Pantages is
Beautiful.
majestic. It's beautiful, but that theater
Is that what it is?
Let
the
me tell you
theater's
what it
too
is.
big. A New York City Broadway show.
Los Angeles doesn't understand the ways of Broadway.
of Broadway.
Oh, okay. Go on, Spot.
Broadway theaters are narrow and shallow. They fit a decent amount of people.
Oh.
But this theater is ginormous. It's deep
Theater boy.
and wide. It's deep and
theater
wide. So
man.
when you're in the mezzanine,
Your man.
when you're in the mezzanine of a Broadway theater,
Yeah.
you're looking down, right? You're like looking down on the stage. I've sat front row mezzanine.
I feel like you're looking
I've
down
sat
on
front
everybody
row.
who's not theater man.
Upper mezzanine.
Theater man.
The theaters are shallow, so you're looking more down than you're like looking ahead. This was
Theater man.
Theater man.
so. This theater was not meant for Broadway.
All right, so I sat there, and now I got to get into the zone. I'm still like thinking, man, I only caught the last 30 seconds of the opening number. Alexander Hamilton.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck. So now I'm trying to get into it and pretend like that didn't happen. I'm 30 minutes in, and I'm going nuts. Fuck. Fuck.
What is
So anyway,
What is this?
yo, dude, I sit down. I'm getting adjusted.
Which one's Hamilton?
Fixing my shirt 1,000 times.
Which one's Hamilton?
And I'm like, man,
So wait, is Hamilton the guy singing?
I'm waiting for my
Which one
eyes
is
to
he?
adjust. I'm squinting. I'm doing like all these tricks that I have. I'm trying to squint to see correctly. And I'm saying to myself, I can't see their faces. I can't tell if these are black dudes or white dudes. That's how, are they a light-skinned black guy? I need to see their
Or a
faces.
very tan white guy.
Yeah.
Or are they Puerto Rican?
Now, you heard Theater Man. Break it down. When you're on a Broadway play and you're there in the crowd, you're able to see.
Well,
and if you see their faces, you become more invested in the characters and you say things to yourself like, yeah, I could fall in love with that woman right there. Yeah, she's got talent and she's beautiful.
Yo.
And I'm like, oh, I like this person. How did that guy get the gig? Oh, yeah, you're invested in these characters. I couldn't see the face of anybody clearly.
I agree with you. There's a sense of, and keep in mind, we were sort of towards the front of the mezzanine. There were plenty of people to the sides of us and behind us. I can't imagine this is a theater that was too big where I agree that if you wanted to see the facial expressions and really get a good glimpse of these people, you would have had to be floor seats. You would have had to be rows like A to
orchestra
like A to M.
No, it starts with double A. Orchestra double A to like C.
And by the way, this isn't like a platform for me to complain about Hamilton because
you know what?
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Take that, Hollywood.
This is about my
Pantages.
eyesight. This story for me is about like my eyesight. So I'm feeling really bad now, Spot. Not only that we were late, but because I'm like, yo, I'm having a real old guy moment right now. This is it.
And truthfully,
streak is over.
There have been times where we show you a font.
Yeah.
And you're like, you think I could read that?
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
happened on
yo,
Friday.
bro.
On Friday.
It happened on Friday. So
you know,
like, this
you know
is
how
it.
I put the Twitch feed?
Yeah.
So the video with
I
the
couldn't
chat
read it,
inside
remember?
of it. Remember how I made it bigger and more visible?
I couldn't read Friday's
He couldn't read
feed.
any of it, and I'm like,
so I'm at the play now,
It might be time for you
and
to.
I'm like, I can't believe the streak is over. Old Eagle Eye Stevie, his streak is done. 45. That's it. My eyesight's shot. I can't see the faces of these characters. I'm not going to enjoy this play.
I think it's COVID related.
I got COVID eyes.
You got COVID eyes.
So I nudged Spot half hour into it because I'm feeling really sad and I just want to enjoy this moment. I'm like, Spot, I can't see a fucking thing. How about you? And Spot, he made my whole night. He goes, neither could I.
I can't see.
And it's
I'm like,
fucking not.
I said-
He's like, it's not loud enough,
yeah,
right? I'm like,
I lean over to him. I'm like, I can't see a fucking thing.
I was so happy.
And then that's what was bothering me.
You can't see
I'm
either?
sitting there the whole time, and I'm like, I can barely hear these.
Not gonna lie.
motherfuckers.
So then I go over to Rich.
I agree with.
I'm like, am I getting old to the point where like a theater is not loud enough for me?
Rich couldn't see either,
I
so
just
I
think-
felt so good after that because I was like, oh man. But then it dawned on me, it's like, well, I can't see their faces, but how could I see the players at a baseball game when I'm in the fucking...
Yeah, unless you're sitting courtside at a Lakers game. What's the point of sitting anywhere except courtside then?
It's really odd.
Spot, can you hit the feedback?
I was
It's not
less
scrolling.
invested as a result. So thankfully, because I
sound-
knew the plot of the story, because I grew up watching the milk commercial, Aaron Burr, because I had seen it on Disney Plus, I was able to follow along regardless, therefore was able to enjoy it.
I was able to pick up on the story. That wasn't an issue. But yeah, like you know me.
Yeah.
Who has like the
Theater
most
man.
sensitive bitch ears? Like when you're talking loud,
Yeah.
or like there's something in my ear.
Yeah,
or like
but you do wear headphones every day, Spot, so maybe your hearing's a little altered.
It might be slightly, but like still, loud sounds really affect me.
Think about it. Everyone watching right now, if you're a man, guarantee your wife always thinks that your TV volume's too high and she wants to turn it down.
Yes, but I enjoy immersive sound. I felt like they were like,
Oh no, I'm not at all. I heard it. I heard it very well.
My ears are shot.
Yeah.
"Oh, Hamilton, what are you doing?"
Yeah, I was like really had to focus and zone
George
in.
Washington.
And I'll tell you what, if you're an older fella,
What's up, girl with the?
it
fat
is
ass?
hard to keep
Let's
up
get
with the
married.
rap lyrics and follow along. Like I said, luckily I knew. I enjoyed the Disney Plus version on TV because you're able to read the subtitles and appreciate the dialogue.
Oh, and it was also Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, but as far as live, I want you to guys to know that I feel like I made the right decision because I enjoyed my dinner, had a beautiful juicy steak, medium well, with all the fixins at a 100-year-old steakhouse in Los Angeles, famous steakhouse, and then I thought the performance was great, man. I thought the show was great. I enjoyed it. It's long. It's like 3 hours, but I enjoyed the company. And had a good time, man. My only observation was I couldn't see a damn thing.
Darren might be onto something. Is it true if you stare at too many cheeks throughout your life, a week in dries?
That could be the case. But I thought it was one of those things at first where you're staring at your phone and then you look further out and you can't see and it takes a second.
Whew.
It wasn't adjusting. I'm like, man, this is it.
No,
this is it. I can't see
even
anymore.
did like the one eye test.
Yeah, I did too.
Which, by the way, my right eye I could see a little bit clearer than my left.
We all were thinking the same thing, so
but I'm
I was
like-
relieved.
Well, it's all shinfo what you're saying. Meaning, yeah, L.A., Pantages Theater, pretty legendary and beautiful, but it's not designed.
I believe it's Art Deco.
It's not designed with the same style as a Broadway theater. So in New York City, when you go to a Broadway show, every seat feels like you're close enough.
Well, even think about like the orchestra versus mezzanine. When you're in the orchestra,
Theater
about
man.
4 rows back, the mezzanine's above you.
Yeah.
So that's how like
Theater man,
tight
are you
it
a
is.
fan of the Winter Garden or the Barrymore? Which one are you a bigger fan of?
I was always a fan of the Niederlander Theater.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Theater man.
I prefer the Winter Garden Theater, home of cats for several decades. The Winter Garden Theater.
So, Rich, I mean, you're
Now home to Mamma
you're a
Mia.
theater boy for years, Hamilton boy. How do you compare it to the show you saw on Broadway in New York? Did you have a good time? Your observations?
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
cool.
I mean, every actor or actress is gonna put a little different twist on it. So certain characters, you're like, I like this guy better than the other one, or this one better than this one. But I thought it was great. I thought
you
it
know
was.
what I felt like too. I made a
what that-
random personal observation.
Yeah.
When I was watching, I was trying to immerse myself into the story, right? And I was trying to see their faces and get into it, and I did. I still liked it a lot. But I noticed that other people were laughing at things that I just didn't fucking. Maybe my laugh timing was off or something.
You could tell those are like
Nerds, like they were
what are
they knew the parts.
What are like Hamilton of nerds
Hammies?
Called?
Hammies.
They were
Are they
hammies.
called hammies?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
knew
ham.
when the funny parts were coming.
Yeah, like,
And I'm like, it wasn't that funny.
yeah. There's like the hammies know the show inside and out.
Rich, are you
so
a
they
hammy?
have moments that they laugh at.
I'm a hammy.
Did you notice that though, or no? I'm like, I didn't laugh, but they did.
You know what I was thinking, and I feel like Rich
Yeah.
said this after the show. If they had a screen in the upper corners, like a sporting event, I would have been watching the screens the entire time.
Yeah, like
With
sometimes
subtitles.
Sometimes you go to a newer stadium and they have like a fucking monstrous 4K TV,
Like honestly,
big screen right in the middle of like the 50-yard line. If you were at that, would you have been watching the show or the feed of the show?
they should have just synced it up with the Disney Plus version, and I would have just watched that.
But
on the screen.
that's the thing, though. I know it's there for the vibe and the energy, and you're in the room where it happens, and there's something about that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be watching the screen, shouldn't you have just stayed home and fucking watched it on TV?
right.
You know, that's something to think about.
No, there's you do yeah.
No,
I guess
at this
you're right.
stage of the game, you have to have higher expectations. I always thought it was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like a bougie highbrow, you're too good to sit in those seats.
I will say there's nothing
But
like
if
live
you're
theater.
if you're not gonna be able to see anything and really enjoy it, then why go? Get good seats.
Live theater performances are like snowflakes, Steve. No two are the same.
That is true.
No, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be slight different energy. There's going to be a different energy from the crowd. Everything feeds itself. Someone might be a little bit more into it. Someone might. It's every time is different.
Theater man. has spoken.
That's why I appreciate the live
Has
theater.
spoken.
Broadway's
I think,
back. Broadway is
I think
back.
the bigger takeaway is that every year.
Why you got to be bigger? I wasn't trying to compete with you.
I think
I was just telling you I couldn't see some shit.
I think the bigger problemo is that you go to the eye doctor every year just to get your free sunglasses with your insurance. You might actually need to.
I don't have eye insurance anymore.
It's like $100.
Is it?
Go get glasses.
I might have to get a little checkup, but then again, you two bozos couldn't see either.
No, I could see perfectly. I could see better than you. Like when we talk about
saw
fonts
their,
and
you
things
saw their
like
faces.
my eyes are corrected. You guys are not.
These
So
are,
how does that say about
these are
you?
Covino's new glasses.
What's to say about you if your eyes are corrected and you couldn't see their faces either?
Those are
No.
These are his new glasses.
That's great. It's fun. It's not about seeing their faces. I'm saying
I need binoculars and subtitles. You're right, Drew Mack.
I just think that
You saw everyone crisp.
much like my dad, you're a guy that had eagle eye, perfect 2010, 2020 vision. And as you got older, my dad wears glasses half the time now to read and things. But
Hold on. I have fantastic vision, and I had the same issue. Maybe it's COVID eye.
Maybe it is COVID eye.
Yeah,
COVID
because
eye.
the lighting too. Everything plays a factor. So if the people weren't in a proper light, if they weren't close to the front of the stage, it was harder to see them.
I think it's less about the show, more about the reality is that as we get older, things happen, right? Like you always say, like, hey, once you hit 40, if you got an achy knee, you fucking might just have an achy knee from now on. I think the reality is
My vision's perfect. La, da, da, da,
It-
da,
I mean-
da, 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 da.
is it
Ra, da, da,
but that's not even. I'm gonna get more coffee. I'll be right back.
Oh, boo! The king has spoken and left.
Save me some. I need more too.
He's so mad for no reason. Why is he mad at that? Why is he mad? Why is he mad? Why is he mad?
I don't know.
He's the one that said he had a better point than I did. I should be mad.
It's been very sensitive today.
Why is he so sensitive?
It's been very sensitive.
Why? He looks so handsome. He has a toy built for him and everything. We'll tell you about that later in the Rando News. There's a Rich Davis toy
He's very sensitive.
on social media. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
He's very
We saw
sensitive.
Hamilton. We all had a great time.
I loved it.
It was nice. Everyone was in their, was it Saturday? Their Saturday night's best. Everyone was dressed up. It's nice to see
everyone looked
people.
nice.
Yeah, but even like people we didn't know, you could tell everyone was dressed up real nice to see a play. You know, you see everybody nowadays. Like I drive past a high school, and I know everybody doesn't dress like this, but it's like they're wearing their jammies to school. Like, everyone dresses like slobs.
Oh, yeah,
you know, that's just the world we live in now. I think COVID really changed that for the worst.
Oh yeah.
I know we all love our comfy clothes, but now we're really in a pattern. You know, we're at Pantages Theater for Hamilton Boy. Everyone
wore sleeves.
Everyone was dressed up real nice. We made those observations. Like, look at everyone looks lovely.
It was beautiful.
It was a great night.
And by
Great
the way,
meal, good time, and a great performance.
And by the way,
Hamilton.
just so you know, to just finalize that last conversation, I do have perfect vision. That's the whole point of when people wear glasses or contacts or something. You go to the doctor, and your prescription and your contacts give you perfect vision, where you guys haven't had glasses or contacts your whole life. So as your eyes fade, you don't realize it. How do you not? How
but
is
you
that?
still couldn't see clear. I asked you. You said it to me on Saturday night.
Who has better vision? You
It's
or
not
me?
like they put a telescope in his eyes.
Who has better vision? Me, because I didn't need glasses until maybe now.
No,
I
no.
think,
right
honestly-
now, in this moment,
Probably you.
no, not probably.
Of the three of us,
Maybe Spot.
I think
I doubt that.
I don't have corrected vision.
Yeah.
And it's tip top.
Yeah, and I couldn't read
2020.
purple font over the black backdrop.
I was standing behind him the other day with one eye reading everything.
You know when it? Like, this is
I
Shinfo
was
behind the
pointing
velvet
up,
rope, stupid
down,
information. When we're
left,
trying to read our
up,
Twitch
down.
feedback, the names come up in different colors. You know, dark reds and purples and dark greens over black blend right in. So it's kind of hard to read all the fucking weird avatar names and profile names over that black backdrop. So it's hard to see.
Yeah, agreed.
But anyway,
Agreed.
Agreed. Good
Some
time.
of
Any
those-
other observations though, Rich?
I mean, about the show or Hamilton himself?
Either one. I don't care.
I mean, to me, I think it's crazy that it took Lin-Manuel Miranda to highlight a guy that was so influential in U.S. history.
Hey, speak for yourself. I went to Hamilton School.
Agreed, but
That's where I went. Hamilton School is our school. Let's hold our banners high. Work, play, and share together. I don't remember the words. We had a little song and everything.
I mean, if you're just going to argue everything I say, we could keep going with it. But if you think Hamilton didn't bring...
When have I argued with you? I'm having fun.
Okay. But if you think... No, you just say... You won't say that I have better vision than you.
I'm saying I knew who Alexander Hamilton was. I didn't know much about Lafayette. I'm a bigger fan of Lafayette from True Blood than Lafayette. You know what I knew of Lafayette? I knew like a lot of high schools are named after him and streets are named after him.
I'm just
I
saying,
knew he was a Frenchman, but I don't know shit about Lafayette.
But what I'm saying
but
is,
I knew about Alexander Hamilton.
What I'm saying
he was
is,
George Washington's right-hand man.
Most people got a way thorough reminder of Alexander Hamilton, other than just the guy in the fucking $10 bill. Then I think the play really brought to light his whole story. And what do you know? Him and Aaron Burr from the fucking milk commercial.
I used to take girls. I used to take women. No, they were girls. To Hamilton Park in Weehawken to see the view.
I know.
That's when they called me Captain Romance.
But at that point, you knew that's where he was in a duel. But then again, very interesting set of circumstances, Covino, because you went to that high school and you lived very close to the site of where Hamilton was fucking killed. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Like if you live where JFK got killed in Texas, you'll probably be a little more familiar.
I'm not going to deny that Lin-Manuel Miranda brought more light to Alexander Hamilton. There's no question about that. But I'm saying I did know a little something about him.
I'm just saying it's a good history lesson.
I had this thought. Isn't it amazing that Lin-Manuel Miranda created something bigger than himself, where here we are with 1,000+ people. I don't know how many people fit in that room. And all of this, the room where it happens, is happening. This grand performance, all this applause.
And he's nowhere.
All this excitement, and he's fucking at home in his socks, like, beating off.
He's already done it.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Like, here we are spending our hard-earned money to see this show. He doesn't even know how it went that night. He doesn't care. It's so much bigger than him at this point. He's at home fucking reaping all the benefits of something he created. Like, all this is happening because it's his creation, and he has no idea how it's even going in the moment. To me, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah. But I'm saying Alexander Hamilton and everyone involved in that time, the forefathers, him being George Washington's right-hand man, Lafayette, the help from the French, all the historical stuff that you probably very quickly breezed over in history class onto the next subject. I'm saying it's a great, fun, comprehensive way to learn about U.S. history that I think that's the whole point why it's such a huge, monstrous hit for Lin-Manuel Miranda. Aaron Burr, I think people want to know who the fuck he was if it wasn't for the milk commercial.
I learned everything I needed to know about Aaron Burr from that commercial.
Aaron Burr.
Who played Aaron Burr in that commercial? Is it the guy from the Progressive commercials? The ugly guy with the teeth?
Yeah.
It's the same guy, right?
Same guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know that ugly guy in the Progressive commercials?
Yeah.
You know his face. He's been in so much shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the guy in that commercial way back then.
Yeah. So
I think.
I look at it and say, like, Aaron Burr, like, what do you, I'm being serious because I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I knew nothing at all for the most part about Aaron Burr before the milk commercial and before Hamilton. I'm like, that's right. I probably might have known the fact that, like, he's the guy that killed Hamilton, but I didn't know that they were lawyers, competed. They were frenemies, they were friends, and they were enemies, and they were friends, and they were enemies. Like,
when's the last time you saw this commercial?
Oh, when it is him, right?
It is him, yeah.
Holy shit, I was
it's
right.
all there. Hamilton's memoirs. Hamilton.
And that was the Vienna Wood Dance in D, one of my all-time favorites. And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question.
We're watching the Got Milk commercial.
Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel?
He's got the guns.
All right, let's go to the phones and see who's out there. Hello, for $10,000. Who shot... Excuse me?
That shit is funny.
I'm afraid your time is almost up. I'm sorry.
That shit is funny. That's all we do. That's all I do. I'm not going to lie about that.
But
I knew this
but
commercial.
the fact that
Got
he-
milk?
the fact that
Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know about Alexander
My
Hamilton.
memory of
in
it
that
was off,
commercial.
though.
is in that commercial. The bullet,
I remember the guy, but I
the
thought he
duel,
was Aaron Burr.
the guns.
but Spot, what I'm
who
saying
he
is like
was,
the
everything's there.
Spot. What I'm saying is the
Fuck Lin-Manuel Miranda.
the duel, the friendship, the fact that they were frenemies, lawyers, the fact that Hamilton is solely responsible for Aaron Burr not becoming president. Aaron Burr was, I mean, keep thinking about that. Imagine one guy is the reason that totally cockblocks your whole
Michael Jordan to everybody in the NBA in the 90s.
Yeah, if you're Patrick Ewing,
Or
fuck Michael Jordan. If you're Karl Malone or Charles Barkley, fuck Michael Jordan. He prevented you. That's how,
Reggie Miller.
Yeah, Reggie Miller. I'm trying to think of other guys.
Those are the ones that come to mind immediately.
Sean Kemp. I'm thinking of other teams he beat in the finals that never got there after that.
But it was Michael Jordan that stopped them, prevented them from ever winning.
He was against everything the other founding fathers wanted. Yeah, you saw that because that's Jefferson and Madison were like his enemies. And yeah, Alexander Hamilton, fucking interesting
Sounds
guy.
like he was an anarchist.
An anarchist. But no, really good show. I thought it was great. Had seen it before. I wouldn't say one was better than the other. I think my seats were just better when I saw it in New York. So like, again, I saw the people close up. So,
which is a major compliment to the LA cast.
Aaron Burr.
So had a good time. Had a nice weekend. I hope you had a Devin Haney sort of weekend, a victorious weekend, a Gervonta Davis sort of weekend, a Tom Brady is the Mahan, could be the MVP sort of weekend.
He's going to be.
You know what something like Hamilton also teaches me? That historical facts are wasted on the young. I feel like we don't appreciate those types of things as children. I feel like we should be taught history as adults.
Spot. There's something to be said about what you're saying.
You're right about that, though. You're right. Because I didn't give a diddly fuck as a kid.
Like, you
when you're a
remember
kid, you don't
certain
care.
things as a kid, but like you don't care.
No.
You're doing it to fucking get through school.
You're studying it just to pass a stupid test and then move on and forget it. But as an adult, some documentary or musical about our forefathers is really interesting. Meanwhile, you're Googling shit when you get home, like, oh, let me learn more about Lafayette. Or, the Schuyler sisters. What was their deal, really? So wait, he was in love with one of them but married the other, and
well, because one had a fat ass.
Plus, they also cram so much into your brain as a child. So it's you're really not going deep on any one subject. You're really just skimming over everything. So like, you probably know about the duel of Hamilton and Aaron Burr, but you don't know anything else.
Duels are for fools.
Duels are for fools.
I can't believe that, they agreed to do that. That's always amazing to me. Like, this is the conclusion
it was never meant
here.
to be deadly, I don't think.
yeah, I think the whole point of the duel that you learn in the play that, again, something I never knew was a lot of times when people challenge each other to a duel.
I challenge you to a duel.
Well, I will accept your challenge to the duel. So now if Covino and I are fighting over something, we challenge each other to a duel. Now, what the gentlemen do is you walk in the circle, you pace, and then you shoot into the sky. That's your way of saying, like, yo, I got beef with you, but I'm not going to kill you.
I
And
thought
then
you
Burr,
take your glove off and you smack them in the face with it. That's
No,
not what you do?
that's what the French used to do.
Oh, well, that's what I would do.
No, but
I got
what-
that from
Challenge
Lafayette.
you to a duel.
the etiquette was to shoot into the sky, and it was like, all right, well, I'm not going to kill you, but like that was like the weird showmanship of it.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Burr saw Hamilton adjusting his gun, put his glasses on, so he's like, yo, this motherfucker is going to try to shoot me. So Hamilton shoots in the sky, Burr kills him.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
Pun intended.
Yes, it is.
So we saw it, we enjoyed it, and we went home.
As I was telling Covino.
And I missed the Devin Haney fight.
As I was telling Covino at intermission.
And the Jose party.
At intermission, I said to Covino, isn't it wild to think that like weird negotiations and tactics were going on back then? Like our nation's capital is in D.C. instead of New York because it was like Hamilton's like throw in like, yo, I'll give you the capital.
You don't think that shit doesn't happen today?
That was my whole point.
In the room where it happens.
My whole point was that to think that it was going on back then is pretty crazy, right? To think that back then it was like, all right, well, you pass my bill or do what I'm going to do, and we'll put the nation's capital in D.C. or Virginia at the time, because D.C. wasn't a thing yet. All right. History Channel. People crave this shit as adults. I agree, Lisa. Kids don't care. It's weird. It's like, what do they say? What's that stupid phrase that youth is wasted on the young? Historically, it's shit. This is wasted on kids that don't care.
Yeah.
I've always said that. It's true though, Spot. I didn't give a shit about that stuff at all as a kid.
All right. Well, talking
Now
about people.
all I watch is HGTV and the History Channel.
Talking about people knowing shit and not knowing
I still
shit.
don't know anything. I still don't know shit.
What we didn't know, what we did know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Which they said in the play a few times. Along the lines of shit that people know or don't know. Hamilton, great example of like, oh, wow, really interesting stuff. Most people didn't know until you're like, oh, yeah, I guess now I know. A song that's huge on the radio right now. I know just from being a guy that knows music much like you that this isn't original. It's a remake. I will be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I had to look up who did it. I'm like, who did this again? Oh, that's right. Frankie Valli.
If you think of his voice in the song, it's easy to figure out.
I thought about it. I'm like, oh, Frankie Valli. I was like, I knew it was someone from like the 60s, but I couldn't place him. Like, is it the Four Seasons? Is it fucking, give me another 60s. Is it?
60s?
Yeah.
Four Tops.
Is this the Four Tops? Yeah, like I'm like, who is this? Who did it? But there's a song that's blowing up, not only on social media.
Put me on the spot, Billy on the Streets.
Name a 60s band.
Herman's. Are they 70s?
Yeah, Herman's the 60s.
The 60s, there you go.
So there's a song that's huge on social media and huge on the radio. And it's by the
Jerry and the Pacemakers.
It's the very flamboyant, very popular from Italy, Måneskin, Beggin'. This song is huge.
Manskin.
I thought they were called Manskin. They're not?
Manskin.
Måneskin.
I was reading it wrong.
Måneskin. Spot, crank this shit up because Måneskin, Beggin', I can promise you that young people think this is their original.
Måneskin.
It's like a rockin' song to prove that a good song.
Måneskin.
A good song's a fucking good song.
Bumble Måneskin. It's a good song. I like it.
Beggin' by Måneskin.
Måneskin.
I can promise you, most people are like, it's an original. And I'm like, no, this is a fucking song that you've heard your whole life. So
is it a complete cover?
Listen to,
or do they just use that hook?
It's the fucking same song.
It's the same exact song.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, this is not an original. Begging you.
Yeah,
like,
that's
Frankie Valli.
No, yeah.
Listen to Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Begging. And you're like, oh, fuck, it's a great cover. But I guarantee most people are like, no clue. They have no clue.
That starts the same too.
Andrew Hart doesn't even know the song.
Get with it, Andrew Hart. Starts the same.
I love Frankie Valli, man.
They have in the music industry right now.
You know, I used to bowl at the Four Seasons bowling alley.
I know.
You know who used to work there? When the Four Seasons would go and hang out?
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. To work there. I used to call him Old Bowling Ball Joe. Now get your fucking shine box.
But right now in the music industry, Måneskin has a lot of credibility. Like rock people and like music heads are like, oh yes, Måneskin, the flamboyant Italian band that came to the U.S. It's a great cover, but the reality is, I could promise you, most people like think it's an original. And then you wonder, like, do you tell people, or do you think Måneskin just rolls with it? Like, man, people don't know it's a cover. They don't know it's a cover.
There's something great about that because you're giving the song second life. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? To a new generation of people. But I mean, I think it's nice to know that it's a cover.
It's like if you grew up in the 80s. If you grew up in the 80s,
There are people who make
if you grew up in
careers
the
off
80s,
covers, though.
Yeah, but if you grew up in the 80s and heard like Tiffany, I Think We're Alone Now. Is it Tiffany's job to be like, well, let me just say Tommy James and the Shondells did this song.
Oh, should she acknowledge it?
Yeah, like
the artist.
Yeah, like
or should they acknowledge it?
Yeah, like, or should it just be like, yo, if people don't know
it's
it's
his
a cover
song now. You know, you pay for rights. They do it legally.
Yeah.
I paid for these rights. I don't need to give this guy props.
No,
let them do their own research.
I just wonder if people
think you're cock blocking yourself at that point. Unless someone asks you, then you respectfully be like,
oh
yeah, I always loved that song. Big Four Seasons fan, and you know, Frankie Valli always stood out to me. He had a unique voice and wanted to bring the song to life again and make it my own.
Kyle, I don't blame teenagers and 20-year-olds that love that song for not knowing it's a cover. I just wonder, should it be pointed out? Like, is it in bad taste? Let's say I interviewed them.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be in bad taste for me to be like, yo, Frankie Valli, what made you decide to cover them? Like, should you almost, I mean, isn't it a big part of the song? Like, it's not even your song.
I think it's definitely a fair question as an interviewer, but I would say that most young people don't know that.
Yeah. Great song, though.
I agree with you,
Beggin',
actually.
Frankie Valli. We've talked about this before, so we won't get in that whole conversation, but covers you didn't realize were covers, and I feel like for younger people, this is one of them. Oh, Frankie Valli. When I was a kid, I'm not quite sure. It's my favorite version of the song now. Tommy James and the Shondells, I think we're alone now, but truthfully, when I know the Tiffany one when we were kids in the 80s, I don't know if I knew that was an oldie.
I didn't know when I was a kid
that
Quiet Riot, Come On Feel the Noise was a cover. I thought that was Quiet Riot's song. I didn't know that was a cover song.
I don't even know if I knew that.
I feel like there are one or two artists who like did covers, and that was their career, and I can't think of them.
I believe Slade sings the original of Come On Feel the Noise. I didn't know Quiet Riot covered that song. I have my own theory on cover songs. Yeah, I think you should know. Do your research.
Like a lot of
Can't
artists,
expect people to just know, everything though. But I do feel that if you're an artist and your first song that you're famous for is a cover song, it's kind of weaker.
Yeah.
You have to have a great follow-up of your own to create that stability as a true
Agreed.
force in the music industry. Like Alien Ant Farm is very known in the rock world for their Smooth Criminal cover. I was going to say, Annie, are you okay? Smooth Criminal cover.
Yeah.
That's a Michael Jackson song. They made it their own. They made it rockin'. It's still very popular. But when you're popular, or Orgy for Blue Monday,
right?
If you don't have another song to stand on that's your own, I feel like you lose a little credibility. So unless Måneskin comes out with a banger of his own, I don't really care.
I wonder who will chart higher, right? Because it's like, what if you take that song and make it bigger? Like Frankie Valli took that song to number 16. So it was a mild hit. Wasn't a top 10. 16 was the highest that song charted. I could promise you, when it's all said and done, Måneskin will probably have that song higher than 16.
That's because Frankie Valli farted that out. That was a throwaway for him. He had so many other legendary songs.
Agreed, but I'm saying it's still a top 20 song for Frankie Valli. But when you talk about, that's a great conversation. The conversation we've already had a million times
Boston
is covers you don't know about. But what about this? When an artist becomes popular for a cover song, if they don't have an original follow-up, then they're nothing more than a great cover band?
If their follow-up never made it?
If their follow-up never made it, they're just a really fucking good cover band. I'll give you one. In the 2000s, the Ataris, Boys of Summer.
Oh, yeah?
Did they ever have another song, or is that just their fucking song?
Yeah, that's a little bit on the weaker side. Like,
I'm sure they had an
weaker
album,
than a
but
one-hit wonder
nothing
because
else charted.
Like, if you're Harvey Danger and you did Flagpole Sitta, you had one huge hit.
That's
awesome,
wonder.
and they can never take that away. No. But their one hit
the
was
Ataris,
a cover. The Ataris
yeah.
one hit is a cover song, which is lower echelon in my opinion.
Like Uncle Cracker did Drift Away, Dobie Gray.
Yeah.
But he had a couple other songs, so it's like, all right, well, he did Drift Away.
Exactly.
But he also had Smile and a few others. So
exactly.
But still, if you have just one song and it's a cover, you're just a fucking really lucky cover band.
Yeah, like you could argue like Whitney Houston's biggest song was I Will Always Love You, but
yeah,
she had a huge catalog of shit.
That is true.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Which so like you can never,
fair.
it's like, so it balances out.
I'll be honest, being that I'm not a country guy and I didn't really know Dolly Parton much as a kid,
Right.
I didn't know it was a cover until years later. I was like, oh, that's right, Dolly Parton did that? Okay. Like when you're a kid, if you aren't into country or Dolly Parton, you're like, oh, wow.
I think
Parton knows ass cheeks.
this is almost the equivalent of like Torn by Natalie Imbruglia, which we all found out was a cover. none of us knew it in the generation, but it became a hit. Or like, think about in the 90s when Total Eclipse of the Heart, the dance remix was popular.
Yeah.
And the version was only 10 years old from the 80s. It was equally popular. And did you ever hear of
Black Crowes when they came out with Hard to Handle?
Hard to Handle. That was a big hit for them.
What about
that was their biggest radio
in
hit.
the 2000s? Remember the dance version? Spot, pull this up so Covino remembers. DJ Sammy and Yanu
was huge.
They did a dance version of Bryan Adams' Heaven. Did DJ Sammy do anything else, or did they just have one cool mix?
That's what I'm saying. You better have a great follow-up to make it, to really make it. The Black Crowes did.
And then they even did the Candlelight version of this song, which was just the original song.
I think it's a solid sort of plan because you're going to get recognized from familiarity. You know what I mean?
But you got to have a good one on deck.
You got to have one on deck. So I like the business model of it. I don't mind it. But
if you have a good cover song, but you don't have a follow-up, then you're really just a great cover
it's
band.
like risk-reward, kind of. They're taking a big risk.
You know what I think is cool? I think it's cool when an established band throws a random cover out there. Like, remember when Pearl Jam did Last Kiss? I didn't love it, but people did. People did.
I
hated it. I thought it was weak.
It's the worst.
But I'm saying, like, I think it's cool, though. I'll give you one. You know who just did, speaking of Tiffany and Tommy James and the Shondells? Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day. It's not a Green Day song. He must have did it on his own. Look up Billy Joe Armstrong, I Think We're Alone Now. He did like his own like current rockin' version of that. Have you heard this or no? I play it on the Pulse once in a while, and I'm like, oh, interesting. I guess he likes the song as much as I do. Yeah, this is not Tommy James. This is not Tiffany. Billy Joe Armstrong.
I think it's crazy that Vladimir Putin played bass for Green Day.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now you're not feeling it, Spot?
I don't hate it. I love it. Oh, I hate it. It's like cheesy.
Yeah, I like it. Again, familiarity.
I hate it.
People love it.
I don't love it.
But people love cover bands. Johnny Cash Hurt is the best cover ever. Yeah, if you want to cry, Caleb Dibble. That video makes you feel terrible about life. So I'm going to listen out for Maneskin to see if his follow-up puts him on the map, or is he one of those Ataris, one of those alien ant farms, one of those orgies that got famous with the cover, but never did any shit after that really broke through. You know?
They're an Italian rock band. Damo? Damiano. Damo is the lead singer.
Damo is Sebastian Maniscalco's hairdresser.
Damo's the lead singer.
Damo.
Do they love
Gabagool?
They love Gabagool.
Hey, shout out to Nico. I like
Gabagool.
Nico, I like a panettone campanile.
This is their follow-up hit.
Mozzarella. Gabagool.
Oh, the Gabagool mozzarella remix?
Gabagool. Mozzarella. Gabagool.
They're
Mozzarella.
from Italy. You know they like Gabagool. What's funny also is that song is actually a couple years old. They recorded it. That's another phenomenon. A TV show or a movie or a song that gets popular years after it was made, like what the timing was weird.
Gabagool. Gabagool.
Oh, the remix?
Gabagool. Gabagool. Mozzarella. Mozzarella.
It's a good cover.
Mozzarella. Mozzarella. Gabagool. Gabagool.
All right.
Gabagool. Mozzarella. Gabagool.
I have my dirty sex
mozzarella.
thought I want to get to today. The little things
I was feeling that.
The little things that make a difference I want to get to, and a really dumb Rich Davis deep thought. So break out your puddle drop spot, your little water drip. Because I got a deep thought, a sex question, and the little things that make a difference. But before we do that, could I give a palate cleanse?
Sure.
For the tier 2 people, tier 1, I apologize. This will take only a minute. I have to host an event today, and I'm not sure what I should wear. Can I show you 3 jackets? You tell me which one you like best.
Is it the Manskin event?
No, it's not Manskin. I have to host 2 events today for SiriusXM.
Manskin.
I have to interview Andy Grammer, and then as soon as I'm done with that, I got to run.
Practice in the mirror today?
You know what I picture?
Yeah.
It's going to be like that, that meme with like all the Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to look
No,
like.
Rich practicing. So, Andy, tell me about the new album. Well, hello, Rich. Good to see you. Hey, great to see you, too.
How are you? Oh, I'm great. So I have to.
You're more handsome than Andy Grammer, but he's way more talented.
Oh, baby, yeah, he's super talented.
But you could be the same guy.
You ever see that guy play?
Yeah,
he's a
great.
fucking super talent.
Oh, and he's a super nice guy. I've met him. I met him with you.
Andy's a good dude.
Nice guy.
Unfortunately for him, he's early in my phone, so he gets that occasional butt dial. Like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Are you going to mention that to him today? You should.
Andy Milanakis gets random
I know, it's
butt
weird.
dials for me. I'm like, I heard they call you a pea head because you got peas on your head. Andy Milanakis.
So
I call Aaron Judge all the time.
Do you?
Andy Grammer's got he's got new hits out. He's still making hits, that guy. Still making hits. Andy Grammer is
Original hits.
Like, bro, sweet beard.
He's got you know what I find interesting? I wonder if he cares. He just performed at the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Like, does he put immense pressure on himself? Because he's done national anthems at World Series games. He's performed at, I think, the AFC Championship, Thanksgiving Day Parade, New Year's Eve events and stuff.
I mean the parade.
Why are you asking me?
No,
Ask him
but
later.
I'm saying, I wonder if like guys like that still feel pressure for those big events.
Ask him. I don't know.
Can you ask him about the coats of the Thanksgiving Day Parade? I don't know who's providing the coats for the Thanksgiving Day Parade, but all the performers have these like sassy giant coats.
Don't waste the question.
No, the
Don't
coats.
waste.
I mean, I have an hour. I have an hour.
Yeah.
It's an hour
If
sit down.
honestly, if towards the end you're feeling like you're lacking something,
Coats.
Tell me about the coats from the Thanksgiving
So
Day Parade.
as we wrap up here, Andy, let's talk coats.
Coats.
Good one. Yeah, there you go. Spot.
Hold
Go.
on, I'm going to show you his coat
coat factory
from the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
What do you prefer?
Coats. So yeah, I have to interview Andy Grammer for a big SiriusXM event, and then I got to go straight to an Ed Sheeran event and interview him. So I have two events today. And let's be honest,
he's wearing a pea coat.
This is the first time
back
that I'm doing anything like this in almost 2 years because of fucking COVID.
Yeah.
We left the SiriusXM office. We left ESPN's office.
Never went back.
March of 2020. I was making small talk this morning. I had to call an insurance company.
Even crazier. I haven't been to the New York City SiriusXM headquarters in
5 years. Maybe.
Yeah, forever.
I was making small talk with a woman this morning. She's like, can't believe, very friendly black woman on the phone. And you know, that's the customer service you want to get. Yeah. You don't want to get some bitter old white lady. No. What can I help you with? She's like, I can't believe 2021's almost over. I'm like, yo, you telling me the last 2 years, like this shit's 2 years almost? Get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So Andy Grammer and Ed Sheeran. So I got to do these two events, and it's gonna be the first time I see management in like a year or so because of fucking nonsense. So I'll be like part bitter because of us, but then I'll be like part happy because like they still want me to do these things. So it's like a weird feeling. It's like, imagine a girl you're dating is like, I still want to like be with you, but I'm just not gonna blow you anymore. It's like, I love it, but I'm like sort of mad at how it went down.
This is a preview of the interview later today.
So Andy, what's up?
A lot of head going on in this show.
There's a lot of head.
You guys look so much
By the way,
alike.
Spot, put it next to me.
Can't.
Hold on. Should I try to pump my hair up more?
You
Hold on.
should definitely.
One second.
You guys definitely.
What? Yeah. Should I get more volume?
You're the same guy.
So
yeah, he's got a lot of volume.
He's got a lot of head.
I'm gonna get. That's what. You know, after the show, I'm gonna just pump up the volume.
You guys should have a head. Actually, dang it! If you order now, you might get it by Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yesterday was the last day to get it by Christmas.
Spot?
Shop.covinoandrich.com, and if you missed Free Twitch Friday starring Jordan filled in for Rich.
Jordan.
It's available on Twitch, an uninterrupted, glitch-free link. We had a lot of technical difficulties on Friday, so we had to repost it on Twitch.
That had nothing to do with the internet. That was the screen not being able to handle Rich and Andy Grammer.
I told you, the heads were still loading.
I swear to God.
Yeah, no, it was really.
I overloaded the screen.
You know when you do things too fast and all of a sudden you're like, oh.
Yeah, I overloaded the
Your
screen.
head see the screen spot or no?
What?
Can we see the screen?
Oh, yeah.
All right, good.
So go ahead. So you got this. You got two big events today. You want the world to help you figure out what jacket to wear.
Yeah, I want the. All right, so I guess I'm like
this is going to be riveting for people not on tier 2.
Well, I mean,
but
you bring that up.
Tier 2, you got to upgrade. We're not here to worry about you guys.
Quick fix, Spot. Good job.
Thank you.
But no,
that was just the program crashing. It wasn't the internet.
So, because I'm just saying they're going to be filming this, it'll be on the app, it'll be everything. So I'm just like, what
you
jacket do I
good.
want to wear?
Plus,
right?
you know, you always gotta you gotta look the part. You're dealing with two big stars. You don't want to look like the fucking weak guy.
And truthfully, the people that I'm dealing with, I still want to
guys that have stylists and everything.
But I still also want to let it be known that I'm the pop guy that they should turn to. Because no offense to the other people, I could promise you that in these scenarios, I could deliver more than 99% of the people that they would have host these things. Right?
Agreed.
So, like, let me give you. This will take 1 minute. You tell me.
Let's do it.
Option number one is keep on what I have on. This is like just a nice little. It's like a jacket. It's like a shirt jacket. It's like a
shirt jacket.
Yeah, what like a shirt, like Larry David would call it. It's like a shirt, but it's a jacket. It's a shirt jacket. Remember the Mary Steenburgen episode of Curb? It's a jacket, but it's a shirt. So this one, boom. Option one.
Like it.
Okay.
I like shirt jackets. That's my steez.
That's one.
By the way, I'm a jacket expert. I jacket every day. At least once a day, right, Spotty?
All right. A little puffy, but it's Christmassy.
You talking about me or the jacket?
Yeah. This. Option two.
I like it.
But I think maybe this with like a black t-shirt.
Okay.
Option two.
Okay. Option two.
So
okay.
option one was the shirt jacket.
Feeling it.
Like do I wear my camo hat to match your green jacket?
But I'm thinking, all right, so option one
I'll
is
let you borrow it.
option one is the
I will say this. I like option two better than option one. So
All right,
option one should be out.
Option one is out. The navy blue shirt jacket with the gray. So you like greenish jacket with black or keep the gray?
The gray looks fine.
Okay.
What do you think? You want to borrow my chain? Really make a statement? Look at this, baby.
Put that away.
Yeah, bro. There you go. Now you be styling. I'll give you my hat and my chain.
Okay. All right. And option. And
Are
option
you
three.
interviewing
And by
our
the way,
Lord Jesus Christ?
these are three great jackets that I like them all. It's just I don't know.
So if you're not watching tier 2 on our Patreon, he had a dark gray shirt jacket. It's like a shirt, but it's a jacket. Second one was a green bomber with the knitted pattern on it, like the textured.
Or do I go
bomber,
option 3
satin bomber?
Or do I go option 3 and like sort of like a nice bomber, distressed leather jacket feel?
It's a black leather bomber with a zipper on it.
I feel like to me
I feel like that's a jacket I should have.
Yeah, I feel like that says you're just trying a little hard. It's
Yeah.
a very nice jacket. Don't get me wrong.
You need a cool chain like
But
mine.
I feel like you're like, I'm cool, you're cool. We're wearing cool jackets.
You're trying to out cool Andy.
Yeah,
Grammer.
I feel like you're trying to.
Am I
act
going to
cool
look too
at-
much like I'm trying to be the person being interviewed?
Yes.
No, but I don't find any crime in that.
I mean,
But
I
think there's a great
It's
compromise.
a nice jacket. I love it. It looks good on you. But I think
Not option 3 is what.
By the way, this is the
Daniel's
picture. This is
saying.
the picture that I have in our. This is the jacket I'm wearing in our Covino Rich headshot.
Yeah, I recognize the jacket.
You're also wearing the other one in our Covino Rich headshot.
I actually have the same exact jacket in gray. Is that All Saints?
Actually gray or
No,
like
this is Barbados, I think.
Mike Durbin Photoshopped.
I don't know. You tell me, what is it?
All Saints.
All Saints.
Goonburger.
All Saints.
So
Love their hits from the 2000s.
Never ever gone.
really, you thought number 2 really stood out over the first one spot?
I hate the first one.
Okay, so then I guess
the first one-
I was leaning one was very casual yet dressed up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe too casual.
Let me see the first one again.
You're right. Yeah, I'll go with. I'm going with 2. You're right. No. Like the first one spot is good for our fucking Patreon show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's hosting an event.
Yeah.
It's got to like maybe. I think 2. The bomber, the
that's
green
2.
bomber.
That's 2. I want to see
2.
one.
Green. I'm going green bomber with black shirt.
Let me
Green
see.
bomber.
I like this
I'm
one.
leaning that to- with,
That's
with like a blue jean. These jeans are fine.
Sure.
Blue jean.
Yeah, but don't wear those fucking $9 sneakers that you
Oh
got.
no. I'm gonna
Okay.
wear,
Do you have a gray jean?
a gray jean. I do, Spot, but I feel like a gray jean would be a gray jean, black shirt, green would be too much. No. All right, we're done with this.
Want to borrow my chain?
Want to borrow his chain?
Yeah.
You can ask Andy Grammer about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
your chain? You're like, no, it's Covino's.
All right. Thank you.
Tell him he can't run away from the Lord.
Here, bro. Try it on for fucking. See what it feels like.
Yeah, I don't like this jacket.
To be a real
It's too
man.
casual to me.
Yeah, it's too casual. Now that Spot said it, it looks like like fucking Bart at the office could also wear that.
What
You're
if,
not-
and what if I rock the chain, bro?
Yeah.
You didn't put it. You put it on the silver side.
Now,
The onyx side is where it's at. There it is. The onyx side, bro. All right. So there's Ray. Look, now you look like a superstar, bro. Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Somebody hire this guy to host my event.
can you hold on? Can you take the center of your shirt and put it down to match the chain, making it like a deep V?
Rich is so allergic
just wanna
to
see
my
what-
chain.
yeah.
He's so
Oh, that's it. That's it. Yeah, That's it right there.
It really is. Yo, how much cooler did it look?
That
it
looked
looked
honestly
way cooler when you pulled the V-neck down.
Pull the V-neck down again. Do it again. I want to see it
you're
one
right.
more time.
Rich is the worst canvas. He's the worst guy because he has a great
That's it
canvas.
right there.
Who said that to you at ESPN?
Spot says it all the time.
Our buddy Alan said that, I believe.
Oh no, I used to say it all the time. I said
Really?
I would say, and now it's changed a little bit, but not much. If I had your canvas as a body, or body
You'd be
as a
styling,
canvas,
right?
I would fucking be the most stylish motherfucker around.
Yeah. So yeah, so
That being
don't
said,
wear
I got
that.
muscles and all I wear is tank tops.
That's cool.
This
and
is
I
like,
would
this
rock
is like
that.
a cool hangout with your buddies,
Yeah,
not hosting
you're
an event.
hosting an
Okay.
event. Wear that cool bomber.
That jacket looks like
I like you.
bulky and sloppy to me.
This one?
I mean, not like super bulky. It's not, but
It's,
I mean,
it's
like
not
for,
fit enough. I agree. It's not fit enough.
for a dressed up event.
Yeah.
It looks bulky and sloppy to me.
So maybe
talking about me or the jacket?
maybe the green jacket with a black V-neck.
Bulky and sloppy.
Bulky and sloppy.
Is that the name of our
That's the
show?
name of our
Our
show.
podcast?
That was
Bulky
the name of
and
that's
sloppy.
Bulky and Sloppy is the name
No,
of our
that's-
show after
that's
a year and a half of being in a pandemic.
No, that's who replaced us at Sirius XM. Like, oh man,
No,
can
bulky
never
and-
do nothing.
bulky and sloppy.
Goddamn bulky and
But
sloppy.
honestly, though, I think. Do you have a black V-neck
I do. So black
So
V-neck
black-
with the green.
with the green and a
Perfect.
chain?
No chain.
I think
And a
the-
Jesus chain.
the bigger question is, does everybody do stuff like this with their pals and their buds or their girlfriend?
I think if they're going to on a date, if you're going on a date, you've definitely been like, yo, bro, should I wear this or that? Like, who doesn't?
Is Sarah
In college-
patient with you with stuff like that?
I don't do it with Sarah.
Ever? Because I realize Jordan is
Jordan-
good with me on it until I ask a second time. Then her patience is gone.
A lot of times I'll just be like, Sarah,
When I
Rich-
come back, like, are you sure? You sure?
Sarah's completely.
She's like, I said the second one.
She's not helpful. Sarah's completely indecisive. Sarah will.
Oh, wow.
Sarah, I'll be like, which jeans go better with this jacket and shirt? She's like, I don't know. They're both fine. I'm like, helps. I want her to be decisive.
Jordan will give me an answer,
Okay.
but when I come back with her, like, she gets real angry. Like, I already told you the third one.
In the era of Harry Styles wearing dresses, you need to be a little bit more fashionably risky.
Should I wear a dress? Is what you're saying? Like Lil Nas X?
No, but I'm saying
He
like
show some bottom nut, maybe a kilt.
Oh,
you
so,
just
yeah.
you just need to take a little bit more risk in your fashion. Like, you know, wearing a basic jacket and a basic shirt.
Yeah.
You're beyond that. You're
Basic
above that.
rich.
If you're gonna start,
but I see
you gotta-
I see some comments and people are. I agree that. Let's see. I'd go 2, 3. The leather jacket is. If I wasn't interviewing someone, that's a great go out to an event thing. But I'm hosting an event with a celebrity, so you don't want to try to dress too like a leather jacket is something they're gonna probably wear.
I'd
Right?
rock it.
That's what I said. I said
Yeah.
it looks like you're trying to be as cool as the other guy.
Yeah. But I think every guy either asks his wife or his wife will ask him. Like Sarah always will be like, "What's better, shoes 1 or 2 with this dress?" I'm like, I don't really know, but I'll give her a fucking opinion at least. You got to have someone to bounce shit off of.
It's the age of very fitted clothing, super tight pants, which should work for you, deep V's, chains, accessories.
Yeah, you need this chain, bro. That shit look hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's fire, bro.
By the way,
Well, good luck on
though,
that.
there's some people like so I think JC he must have been joking.
I
He's
think
like those
J-Lo's
are pretty
trying to-
those are pretty basic. I'm like, what does he want? Like
What's pretty basic?
You need
like
more.
my jacket choice. I'm like, that's what would you wear to host an event? Like
Oh, like patterns like Spot's hat.
yeah, like
I
I mean,
love
what would
this pattern.
Spot's wearing a floral pattern hat.
I have one more choice. I want to show
Courtesy
you.
of Bitch
All right,
and
can
Sauce.
Can I show you one more? You tell me if
Yeah,
it's
sure.
very patterny.
I mean, let's do it.
all right. I mean,
Oh,
then
you have
we're
a
gonna-
patterny jacket?
It's not your Christmas one, is it?
Oh. The one with the snowflakes?
Yeah. Sequence. His Rod Roddy jacket.
Yeah. Oh, I
He bought it from the Rod Roddy collection. All right. Well, anyway, guys, we're playing dress up, like I said. But the bigger question is, do you do these things? I think it's fair. I do. I do think you bounce things off of your girlfriend. I usually bounce quarters off of Jordan's ass. But every once in a while, I also, ask these questions. But don't do what I do and ask over and over again to see if she changes her mind.
I could bounce a
Because that gets annoying. And I'm annoying like that.
gold
Don't be like me.
bar off that ass.
Yeah, Rich needs to take more risks. He's gotten aced.
Yeah, I think, for the average guy that's probably watching right now, they're probably like, what is this fucking shit? I get it.
I think we all do it.
You watch these award shows and
It's a
these
fashion
things,
show.
it's fucking like the fashion has gone a little bit too far. So the fact that it's gone so extreme.
What do you mean? You wouldn't wear oversized sweater like Kyle Kuzma?
No.
Have you seen Lenny Kravitz's oversized scarf? That shit
Yes.
is hysterical. Please pull that up for somebody.
But
Lenny Kravitz's oversized scarf is like next level ridiculous.
But the fact that it's gone so extreme the other way, if you even just take a little bit risk, you won't be seen as like the lame guy. That's the goal. You don't want to be the lame guy.
It's true. Lenny Kravitz's scarf. That's what Rich should wear today. Lenny Kravitz with Kuzma's sweater.
Oh my God. Hold on, Rich. Hold on. Don't bring that in.
We want you to wear something like this to really show that you're fashionable.
Hold on before you come in.
the Kyle Kuzma sweater?
No, to accompany Kyle Kuzma's sweater.
Wait, hang on.
It's the Lenny Kravitz scarf from a few years ago, but it started trending again.
Look at the size of
I mean,
this
it's
thing.
ridiculous. He's wearing a blanket around his neck. He's wearing a full-on blanket around his neck.
Look at this.
It looks so dumb, but he pulls it off.
I mean, Lenny Kravitz could pull off
I think when
anything.
you have abs in your mid-50s, you're allowed to do things
You know what's
like
under that scarf? Fucking 12-pack.
And a hog in his pants.
And
a
it's,
hog.
it's the Christmas season. What do you think of this?
Oh, is that really what you were going to bring?
No, I have another one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Move your thing so people
Hold
can
on. Sorry, I didn't mean
sequence.
to.
You like that?
Yeah.
I thought I could undo this, but I can't.
Should I do this?
Rich is now wearing a sequence Rod Roddy collection.
You know,
Powder
honestly-
blue and snowflake
honestly,
blazer.
I think that would work.
Rock this.
I like this better than the first jacket.
All right, let me give you one more, and then we'll move on for the.
Oh, this wasn't the actual
And by the way,
jacket?
tier one, I'll post some pictures on our Instagram at Covino and Rich. That
Yeah,
way
do the
you can
little
play along at
poll.
home.
So you say, which jacket do you like? One,
Yeah,
two, or three.
yeah. I'll let you
go.
guys know.
There you go.
But I'll show you the one with.
Put it on Twitter.
I'll show you the other one spot.
There it is. There it is. Oh, that one looks like from the Queer Eye collection. You know the black guy in the new Queer Eye collection? Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? He has a bomber line, and he sells things like that.
I really like this jacket.
Oh, man, look at that. It's got like a floral pattern. It's blue with like light blue florals. Oh, they're like fern leaves. They're like leaves.
If you wore this jacket with... Is that an Awkward Burger shirt over there?
Yeah, you should accompany that with a Gabagool t-shirt.
I'm serious. Is the Awkward Burger shirt right there?
It is. I think I put it in the room. So I think it is actually. Hold on.
That's a cool jacket.
Put that underneath that.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Would you
I think
look
with
at
like a
that?
lighter, soft blue color, I think that would look fantastic.
This
You look
is
like a pool
this
liner.
jacket.
Andrew Hart says this looks like a pool liner. It does kind of.
But this is the
No,
style.
I really like this jacket.
This is the style that Spot and people are saying I should go
What
for because
size-
it's more young and it's more. This is what
What
kids. Would,
size
this
is
is what
that?
like a younger person would wear
Take
now.
a woman. Look, Matt says, "Is this a joke?"
What size is
Don't
that?
take Matt's opinion.
Yeah, Matt's opinion.
He's wearing fucking his work boots right now.
Yeah.
Laura says, "Yes, wear that jacket."
Maybe they're still on the old snowflake
Nothing
jacket.
wrong with work boots, guys.
I
I'm
think
saying he's trying to style and profile.
No, but I think like this jacket. This jacket would be if a
dude.
stylist. If we had let's say we were on television, a stylist would say this.
There's
But
a difference
I feel
between
uncomfortable.
style
I feel
and like
uncomfortable
looking
wearing
cool.
this. I feel
gotta tell you, like
uncomfortable.
you guys. I'm not saying that we have the answers, but you guys are way off sometimes. You know, one of our buddies said that he was trying to buy a cool jacket to wear, a styling jacket. Style was the word he used, and he posted a Carhartt jacket. I'm like, that's a really cool work jacket.
Knocked out the lights, by the way.
Really cool work. I love Carhartt. I love Carhartt jackets. I used to have one. I want another one. But as far as styling, there's no styling about it. It's cool. That's a work jacket. He's trying to be styling, profiling. He has an event to host. There's a difference. I would take the opinion of a woman or a sassy gay dude before, some dude driving a truck right now.
Honestly, I think the jacket would cover the Awkward Burgers logo, so I think you could wear this.
Ooh, all right. Maybe I'll do that. All right, this or the green? I don't know yet, but I'll wear this the rest of the show. It's comfy.
Well, we'll
All
let
right.
you guys decide.
Hey, tier 2.
Social media at Rich Davis, at Covino and Rich.
All right.
Spot in the Rod Roddy collection. All right. Well, hey, I have a quick question for you as we shift gears.
Archie would definitely say this one.
I like it. I have a quick question, and then I know you got lots of stuff.
I got a smut question, a deep thought, and
Right.
the
So
little things
let
that
me-
make a difference.
Let me ask my question, then we'll talk smut, and then rando news, and we'll wrap it up.
Lots of stuff.
You ever play Facebook Chicken with somebody?
Oh,
Here's what I
I'm
mean.
not friends with you. You're not friends with me.
Exactly.
Who's going to friend first?
Yes. Like, because I'm assuming that one person or maybe both have assumed that we're both friends. Like, we've known each other forever. How are we not friends on Facebook? It's dawned on me that one of my better pals from high school isn't my friend on Facebook.
Then friend them.
Hold on. And then you look and it says that you have 100 something mutual friends because you went to high school together.
Yeah.
Right? But you aren't friends It's been going on so long now that I refuse to fucking add him as a friend.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
you're being
how the
stubborn.
fuck has he not
You're
added
being-
me
you're-
as
you're
a
being
friend?
a stubborn
No,
jerk.
Because if anything, he should add me. I was a nicer guy. He was a bit of a jerk off. He should add me. I'm playing Facebook Chicken with a guy I did consider a friend for a long time. I still do. I'm just saying on Facebook, and it's a weird sort of feeling. Spy, have you ever played this game? And Rich is pretty Adam Ant about me being the guy to break the streak.
I don't play
break
these
the
games.
ice.
Let me tell you why I don't play these games.
Well,
Because if I
never-
see someone that I'm not friends with on Facebook and I've known them for years, I assume it's an oversight. It's like, oh fuck, you're assuming like
There's no way at this point. There's no way at this point that he hasn't got a suggestion from Facebook that says,
well, guess what?
why don't you add Steve Covino?
Maybe he tried,
the
but
guy that
you're-
invited you over his house all the time, the guy that was
Well-
on your football team, baseball team, all-star team, grew up together. Why don't you add that guy who has 100-some mutual friends? Well, he hasn't been suggested.
I want to
bullshit. He has.
Oh Jesus! I want to bring up something, and it only sadly I wish it applied to everyone listening.
I never friend anyone.
But for you, on Facebook, personal accounts have a 5,000 person limit. I hit mine.
Yeah.
And then let's say every month or so, you lose like 5 or 6 or 7 because maybe they're fake accounts or someone
Well, I
deactivated.
just start deleting people.
No, and then what happens
like
is
J-bots. I'm like,
yeah,
you're not my friend.
but then all of a sudden,
Not my friend.
You have like, ooh,
Not my
I
friend.
have 6 slots, so you just friend 6 new people. There might be someone that's like, yo, Covino hasn't accepted my request. It's probably it. It's the truth. That's probably what it is.
I never friend anyone. I always wait for them to friend me.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I was too nice to be the guy to break the ice here. He should
Like Bree.
break the ice with
Bree
me.
said, I've been waiting for Covino to add me since 2016. I've requested
Okay,
it.
in all due respect, I didn't go to high school with Bree.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying he always pops up in my suggested
Make
friend
the first
thing.
move.
Bree, I'll add you. I didn't know that. This guy I knew and know, and he's always suggested. I know him all the time. Or I see him all the time on Facebook. I've never seen Bree's suggestion. I've never seen Bree in my inbox. You know what I mean? So
you're missing out on them cakes.
Oh, speaking of Bree, we were talking about.
It's December, by the way.
I don't want to backtrack, but we were talking about
Happy December.
Louis Vuitton on Friday. Speaking of style, and Bree was like, "You could return Louis Vuittons. Not when you live in Idaho. There's no Louis Vuitton stores. So if you don't know what we're talking about, you got to listen to Friday's show. Lots of style. But who is the bigger person in this scenario? Wrap it up, Rich. I got to break the ice.
You got to break the ice. Come
Really?
on. You're the,
What do I? You think I'm
also-
fucking Danielson and
Yeah, but
Karate
you're
Kid
also
Toad?
Steve Covino.
You think
you're
I'm
a public figure? Be the bigger man. And by the way, side note, I heard some of that. I listened to some of Friday's free Twitch when I was flying back to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny to me. And I don't think you should not buy nice things for your significant other. Don't get me twisted here. But it's funny how you hit stages of your relationship where what you do want from each other is so different. Like Sarah and I were like, oh, remember the stage where we like bought each other, I don't know, bags or jewelry or things like that? You get to a stage where like my wife,
sister, they just got married.
No, but I'm saying like my wife's wants are more like, can we get the plantation blinds instead of those blinds? Hey, can we get
you're
a
11 years
that,
in.
that blender? That can we get a?
Can't call
You know
them
what
that
I
anymore.
saw at
Can't call them.
Crate and Barrel? What's up, Spot?
Can't call them plantation blinds anymore.
What are they called then?
I don't know.
Oh, but they're still called plantation blinds,
Yeah,
right?
cancel this guy.
Yeah, cancel me.
Cancel him.
But no, it's like it's funny how the stages of your relationship change. Like, what do you want? And a lot of times your wants shift to
what you need,
or what you'd want as a family. Like, yeah, fuck it. Like, well, what do I need? Sarah, you know what I want? I want to finish something around the house. How about instead of buying each other something, you want to buy something for the living room? You want to buy some new artwork or something? You know what I'm saying?
We actually talked about ruining the Christmas
You know what I want?
surprise on Friday. So if you missed it with Jordan and I and Spotty, again, it's on Twitch, twitch.tv/Covino and Rich. It was about Christmas surprises and how they could be ruined sometimes. And, I have the same feeling when it comes to my nieces and nephews in a weird way. I don't want to buy them junk just to buy them stuff. Mm-hmm. I want to buy them things that they can actually use
I ask
and
anytime
need.
I buy something for a little kid around Christmas, I always ask their mom or dad, like, hey, Uncle Rich wants to buy something. What are they into? At least narrow it down.
Right.
Like, well, they're into bubble guppies. All right, then I know. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, here's a Lego set.
But it ruins the surprise.
It does.
So that's the conundrum I'm in right now. Conundrum Brothers drums. All right. So anyway,
and by the way,
none of that Santa left this shit at my house bullshit.
Right.
I bought that.
But if I go to my sister,
yeah,
much like how Jordan went to her sister, again, Friday's show, Friday's story, I'm ruining the surprise. But I want to get them something they want and need, not take that risk on, some bullshit that just gets thrown in the toy room. Speaking of taking risks, go with this jacket, Rich. I'm vibing
like
it.
Lynn is saying, like, how do I even own this?
Lynn hates it.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like we worked with stylists at ESPN and different places.
I think it's
and
beautiful, Rich.
They, why would I not own something like this? All right, now let's see.
And you know me, I look at any chance to mock you.
Yeah, I know. You do.
I love this jacket.
Hey, Spot.
You should wear it with Spot's hat. Spot, give him your hat.
Choked
Spot,
up.
Spot, give him your hat. Yeah, take risks. Take risks.
I don't want to
take risks.
My hair.
What? Really?
So I'm leaving right after the show.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to like.
Oh, look at that. Put it on backwards.
Backwards or forwards?
I don't know. Oh, look at that.
Oh my God.
Hey, look at bro. Look how cool you could be.
You're such a bro now.
Yeah, bro.
No, you're too bro. Give me the hat back.
So let me wrap up my question.
No, too bro.
Rich is the guy to break the ice when it comes to Facebook chicken. I'm a little more resistant.
Oh, by the way,
but I think we've all played the game. The end.
Sarah says hello from Las Cruces, Mexico. She's on her way back to LA.
Hi, Sarah. Drive safe.
Driving by herself.
Rich says you're no help picking out clothes, so he asked us.
She is she's pretty funny about, like, I'm like, how do you want to drive back to LA by yourself? She's like, it's been glorious. Like, she loves
the
the
idea.
idea.
A lot about your company.
She loves
solo road trips are beautiful.
She loves
really?
it.
I need someone to wake me up.
She loves the idea of
No, you need someone
kids.
to drive because you're like this the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
She loves the idea of no kids, no husband, no anything, just listening to her books on tape and listen to all her stuff. And she likes the idea.
Sexy books.
She likes the idea of like sleeping in by herself at a hotel.
She's probably
like,
listening to smutty audiobooks.
Yeah, she is.
Of course she is.
He thrusted his purple-headed warrior into her huge mound of love
The name
pudding.
of the book is Purple-Headed Warrior, in fact.
And by the way, Spot, I'm curious that you did
thrust his manhood upon her.
She's on volume 3 of
Yeah, she
Purple-Headed
is.
Warrior. Rich thought it was like a gladiator movie.
Oh, she's definitely doing the solo on the road.
Purple-headed warrior. That's what I'll get her for
Rich is like, I
Christmas.
didn't know you like gladiator movies.
Those long hours on the road alone, we know what happens there.
People love solo road trips. Now, me,
Give it some truckers
I've done
some
it
thrills.
dude, I've done it so much. I drove so often by myself for hours and hours and hours. But now, like, if you told me, I'd be like, really? That's sort of boring. But Sarah
I love it.
loves the. She's like, not that I'm. She's like, not that you annoy me. She's just like, no kids, no you, no anyone. She's like, it's nothing against anyone. She's like, even if one of my friends was like, I'll come along. She's like, no thanks.
I heard her on the phone.
Yeah.
She said it's been great. She said it's been the greatest 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's like she's like Calgon. It took her away.
It's fine. If you do you want to just for the fun of it, text her a Zoom link. Maybe she's not on the road yet because I know she was getting late checkout because she just wants to take her time, sleep in, get coffee.
We're talking smut, aren't we?
Oh,
You're bringing smut into this?
no, but I will if you want because that is one of the things I want to get to. Smut, dumb hypothetical.
Give me some time for the rando news. It's getting late early. They want to hear about Tommy Fury
I don't think
and
they
Devin
do.
Haney,
No, I want to hear about Sarah Smith.
Gervonta Davis.
By the way, I want to talk about. I said the little things that make a difference in life. The little things that make a difference in life that you don't realize make a difference. One of them I discovered when I finally got back to Los Angeles because a lot of times when people get work done on their house
Or on their face.
or on their face,
This guy.
I should. Maybe Botox. Maybe
Hey, bro,
I'll do
take
a little,
chances.
Maybe I'll do a
man.
little
Take
tox.
chances.
You haven't gotten work done?
Please. You see the wrinkles on my face? I'm getting older looking, man. I'm aging gracefully, thankfully, but still aging.
I don't know.
You take a picture up close with the new iPhone under the wrong lighting. It's like, oh my God, am I old man Winter? Then you take another picture. I'm like, oh, thank God, it looks good.
That's why I like blurry cameras.
Didn't you get the Bigfoot camera?
Yeah. I'm like,
It's
you
always
have the
blurry.
Bigfoot model? I
Yeah.
don't need the Google
Yeah.
6 pixel thing. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Every time someone's ever taken a picture of Bigfoot, it's blurry.
Yeah.
So
You got the Bigfoot like dumb phone? I want that one. Take a picture. Go ahead.
So a lot of times when you get work done in your house, they will do the basics and then they do the add-ons later, right? It's like, let's get the basic shit done. Let's get the floors, the walls, everything done. And then afterwards, they're like, all right, now let's start adding the little bells and whistles. This is the whole process of flipping a house or getting a total renovation.
Yeah. They're working on the fixins.
Yeah, now it's the fixins. They put the basic tile up, they do the grout, and then, they come back and like, all right, now let's redo the grout where it needs to be fixed. Let's read. Oh, the molding's a little wonky. All right, let's replace that molding. They get it up, and then you do the little checklist. And one of the things were
wonky. Did you get that from one of the Mexican contractors? They love that word.
Oh,
it's
a little wonky.
It's a little wonky.
Yeah, like
it's a little wonky.
You see the framework around the fireplace? I see, senor, it's a little wonky. We're fixing it. How about that little spot in the corner?
Oh, yes. I see. I noticed it's a little wonky.
It's a little wonky.
Yeah, I was wondering if wonky, exactly. I was wondering if you could like fix that part.
It's a little
Yeah, we fix all the wonky.
It's wonky.
Actually, that's their nickname for Rich.
The whitest
honky.
I'm the whitest honky.
Yeah, it's the whitest honky. That's why I say wonky all the time.
Hey, he loves it. Yo, there he is. What's up, Wonky?
Wonky.
So,
Wonky. Hi. Nice to see you.
You called?
Fucking wonky.
So, little things that make a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. This is not a full conversation. It's just a thought. And number one, actually, number two, things that make a difference. All the bedrooms now have ceiling fans.
Oh.
And it's so
Nice.
key. It's so key. Like
Noise.
At first we were like, do we want ceiling fans?
Nice.
And our contractor's like, it's Los Angeles. It's hot in the summer.
Yeah, it is.
He's like, ceiling fans are so key out here. He goes, every house, high end, low end, anything, ceiling fans. So ceiling fans, it adds a little extra to the room. A nice new one looks good. And it's this air circulation.
Do you know if you put it in reverse, it goes the opposite way?
Yeah.
No, but it brings all the...
It circulates the air the other
You're
way.
supposed to switch it seasonally.
Yeah, because it brings the cool air up and brings the hot air down.
He thinks I'm kidding. I think I'm right.
No, you're absolutely
But
right.
I never do it.
Wonky.
We never do that.
So the other thing, fucking now that they're in the house, I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I thought I was like, but I'm fine without it. Nope. Dimmers.
Oh, I'm a big dimmer guy. I have to have dimmers. Mandatory.
Yo, but like I'm talking, you don't realize how bright or dark your house is until your dimmers are put back in. I was like, oh, so like here's the perfect, like when you're sitting watching TV at night, you don't want the lights on, but what you don't want also,
Kidding me? I
is
need that
all
dim.
the lights out.
Need the dim.
That you want like you want just the right like
Yeah, bro. Gotta
perfect.
have that. Gotta have that. Gotta have dimmers, man.
But dimmers make all the difference. Even makes a room look sweet and nice and like.
What's the ones I got spot? Omitron? What are they? Omicron?
Lumitron.
Lumitron?
But dimmers are so key.
Omicron.
It's Omicron. Yeah.
ones. That's what I got.
So dimmers. I just want to say that
Lutron.
little things that make a difference.
Lutron. There it is.
Little things that make a difference. Didn't our old pal Pat and Shannon, her ex-husband, work for Lutron?
He did.
Yeah. Dimmers, brother. So yeah, dimmers. Just.
By the way, my Lutrons work with the app, but I don't know how to connect it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they don't really fucking do much.
But it
Stuff to do it manual.
sounds pretty useless to me.
No, I mean, they still work. I just don't know how to use the app for it. Yeah,
So,
Lutron.
I think I'm.
Do you have Lutron dimmers?
No, just like regular on the wall dimmers.
Yeah, Jimmy Neutron.
Did you get Wi-Fi connected dimmers?
No, just like your regular. I don't want Wi-Fi
You got a
connected dimmers. I don't need that.
You don't live the Lutron life.
You think you don't need that until you have.
But what do
them.
I need to? Why?
And it's
if
the
I'm sitting on the
greatest
couch,
thing-
I want
it's
to.
the
I can't
greatest-
get up and turn the light a little. But I have
Lutron.
When you're
bro.
fucking deep, when you're like buried under kids in the middle of a movie, you know what the last thing you want to do is? Get up.
I just feel like that's something you do before you sit down and watch a movie.
Alexa, set brightness to 50%.
No, I don't need that. I don't need that.
Take risks, man.
Yeah. Alexa, set brightness to 25%.
No, but you're right. You got to have dimmers. You do. You do.
Now, I think I'm going to save my deep thought for tomorrow.
Give me some smut.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little smut now. Not so much. It's not really that so much smutty, but I'm going to give you that now. And tomorrow, just know that I have a deep thought, and it has to do with prison life.
You should have a deep V. It looks better on you.
Yeah,
See it
deep V
again?
looks
Oh,
way
look at
better.
that. Oh, look at that.
So tomorrow, yeah, I got the clapper, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you need that.
Honestly, it sounds like you're about
Spot, didn't you have one?
You're about as antiquated as the clapper.
No, but didn't you have that at one point? Somebody had the clapper, I feel. Oh, no, it was Rich. He had the clap. That's what it was.
I was waiting for that dumb joke. I'm like, who's going to say it? I would have bet 50 bucks Spots at it. I was
Jimmy,
like,
Jimmy
no.
Dugan.
I'm allowed a bad joke. Spot dropped the worst joke in CNR history on Fox Sports Radio
Jimmy
last
Dugan
night.
told me
What?
to
And it
avoid
was
the
so
clap.
bad that it made me laugh.
Which one?
Because he took the chance.
Oh, you
Like,
listened
picture?
back to it?
Spot, you got mega giant balls that you said this. Rich was like, I'm on a computer on the radio, Fox Sports Radio, nationwide, 500 radio stations on SXM, syndicated throughout the country.
Stations every week.
There's over 450. Rich said he couldn't sign into the computer because someone else named Burger is signed in already. Someone Burger signed in already, so he can't use the computer. He says this on the air. Spot goes, what's his first name? Ham Burger. And I was like, that was the worst joke ever. And it made me laugh because it was so bad.
Yeah. Honestly.
And Rich got highbrow though. Like,
that's why
you realize we're on the radio, right?
That's why Rich said it was the best show last night because I was
that shit was so bad it was funny.
Bad jokes.
And meanwhile, there's other people in the studio probably thinking, man, he really went there. And he did. And for that,
you did. I thought his best joke was playoff picture. And Spot's like, is it a framed one of Gronk and Tom Brady?
That shit was fun.
I was like, oh, playoff picture.
That shit was funny. FoxSportsRadio.com.
At first,
night.
I didn't catch him. I'm like, bro, playoff picture.
Oh, you got to hear it. FoxSportsRadio.com.
It was a good one last night.
So set up your story. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Your dimmers are fantastic.
By the way,
I think you did a right thing by getting them. You should have got the Lutron ones.
Yeah,
hey, dimmers are well, dimmers aren't dimmers. Lutrons are way better, but at least you got them.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just kidding. My Lutrons don't even work.
Listen, you can't get everything. That's the funny part about Spot.
Your dumb house offends me.
Your little apartment offends me.
My little apartment, my 1,200 square foot apartment, is highly intelligent compared to your 5,000 square foot dumb house.
Yeah, but again, I mean, if you have a house,
house.
Spot is like Spot's like Kid Kelly.
Covino laughing in the bathroom.
Spot's like Kid Kelly back in the day.
Dumb house.
Spot's like Kid Kelly back in the day, and I'll explain when Covino gets back. What?
Dickie's dumb house.
Do 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 do.
Dumb house. Dickie's dumb house.
Spot is like Kid Kelly back in the day.
Dumb house.
Kid Kelly would say things like, hey, Mikey Piff, why don't you live right here in Times Square in one of these high rises? And at the time, Mikey Piff, before he became more important and well paid at SiriusXM, before he was like running things on the pop stuff, Piff was like more of an entry level guy. And he's like, yo, kid, do you know how much those apartments are a month? And kid's like, yeah, I don't know, bro. Why don't you live there? And Piff's like, yeah, kid, the rent there is like $5,000. And kid would be like, yeah, so? Yo, kid, you realize like you pay me like not that much a month.
I'm sorry, what did he say to the kid?
Okay, anyway.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah. So
Spot
will say things like, when do you get this? When do you get this?
Dumb
Spot
house.
would have went $200,000 over budget.
If he,
Rich,
yeah, I get it.
How many dimmers did you put in?
How many dimmers did I put in?
How many dimmers did you put in?
I don't like 50.
50?
I don't know.
50?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 12.
12? That's
12, 50, same shit.
12, 50, same. You know what that is? That's $150 investment into dimmers.
Yeah,
At Dickie's dumb house.
Dumb house.
Yeah, but if it's not something Sarah or I prioritize.
Sarah would have loved it. Sarah would have loved it.
Sarah's mad at you right now.
Sarah
for calling it her dumb house.
loves Alexa.
It's a beautiful house. Beautiful house.
Sarah said, can you all hear and see me?
Oh, is she there? Oh, hey. Hold on. Hold on, Sarah.
Dimmer, I hardly know her. You should have did that spot.
Hey, Hoots.
Good one, Frey.
Let me put you up on screen.
Where are you at right now, Sarah?
Las Cruces.
Las Cruces.
If you're not in Las Cruces, then where the fuck you at? Where the fuck you at?
I just want to correct you on the fans, though, real quick. I wanted the fans. Our contractor was like, yes, Rich. Because Rich was like, we don't need fans. But I was like, I want fans.
You guys saying you had a fan
Our
duel?
contractor was like, yes, you need fans. Like, Sarah is correct.
Fans are great.
Not I was on the wavering. Sorry.
What do you think about smart switches though? Smart Wi-Fi where you can just control it with your voice.
You forget that we have a 4-year-old who loves screaming at Alexa. So once she realizes that it can be controlled by voices, it'll be kind of chaos.
So you just call them difficult things like Kopfschlagen.
Good
Yeah,
one, Spot.
don't get frustrated.
Spot's
Start
bringing the
screaming
heat.
at it.
Can't win them all. Can't get them all. Spot. Hey, Spot. Like even Jerry Seinfeld and Chappelle cross things off.
I think I'm killing it.
Your hamburger joke was
That was the
fucking
best.
Everyone loved my hamburger joke. The comments are coming in.
It really made me laugh. Though,
I
I'm
love
not
when
gonna lie.
know what I love so much? When people like Alex Berman say, man, Rich is being cheap. And I'm like, yo, if you only knew how much money if I told you how much money I spent in the last 2.5 years of my life, you'd be like, oh, Rich is not cheap. Like, do people, that's the problem. People spend money
Dumbhouse.
they don't have. Haven't we talked about this for years?
No, but what Spot is saying is you spend all this money on your house, right? But then you get the cheap,
It's
the
not, I'm not
less
saying it's
expensive
Cheap.
light
It's a
switches.
fucking dimmer.
You
No,
have
I'm
a
not saying what
$300
he bought is
jacket
cheap.
and $9 sneakers.
I'm not saying what he bought is cheap. I'm saying for a little bit more, you could have made it a smart house. Like the tiniest bit more.
It's not. You know what it is, Spot? It all comes down
Everything's
to
the tiniest bit more.
it's not a priority for Rich.
It's
really what it
everything's
comes
the
down
tiniest
to.
bit more.
Those things are like I like those things. You like those things.
Bring yourself
Rich
into
does not care.
Bring
for those
yourself
things.
into the 21st century.
Would you have spent this money? Would you have spent
$150 on dimmers?
Would you have spent the money for landscaping in the front? So you don't care about curb appeal?
Yeah, probably.
Priorities.
All right,
That's
so you
what
would
I'm
have done
saying.
that and that. Would you have put sod on the side of the house and cut down the one tree and put the fruit tree and all that?
Spot would rather go like this and have lights turn on than fucking
Because
worry
you
about
can't
that.
say I'll do everything. Then you become the home improvement show where the annoying person is like, why can't we get this, and this, and the host has to say
It's priorities, bro. You can wrap it up with that because
Yeah.
Sarah's on the phone.
Yeah,
It's-
but I feel like
priorities.
it's such a minimal investment to put in like smart things.
Yeah, but then you say, then there's another.
You
smart
could do
thing,
it
and there's
yourself.
Another thing, and there's another thing. But then you know what? I just think it's wild to think that you could do everything. You just can't do everything. Someone will be like, remember when I first bought the house? Some jerk off was like, he didn't replace the garage door.
Yeah.
Someone would have decided to spend $5,000 on a garage door before something else, right?
Gal Garage 2022.
Yeah, Gal Garage 2022.
I can't wait.
But
I'm very excited
I'm just
about
saying,
that.
I think that's with everything in
Okay.
life, right? Priorities. Like some people have a fucking brand new car, but they rent a shoebox apartment in New York City, or they own a house.
Are you gonna make Sarah call it the girl garage because she's not a gal yet?
Yeah, you're a woman. Sarah. It's
according
the
to your
woman
theory.
garage.
Think of all that money you're saving
Wait,
on
what is
shoes.
it?
Rich said you're a girl, not a woman.
No, I was saying we still call grown women girls, and we don't like you wouldn't be like, oh,
Yeah.
like if I would have refer to your friend Shannon, I wouldn't say, oh, Shannon, some woman we're friends with. I'd say, oh, Shannon, some girl we're friends with.
It's weird. It's a
All right,
weird
well, anyway,
thing.
the reason we called you is I just wanted you to back me up that you feel like traveling on your own is like a thrill.
It's the best thing ever. I'm gonna do this again.
Isn't it great?
It really is. Piper and I, road tripping girls.
What are you guys talking about?
I can't imagine. You don't get bored by yourself in the car after all that time?
It's the best.
No, I'm on my final book in a trilogy I've been trying to read, so I'm excited.
Smut Tales?
I know, it's nerd. Smut Tales. Oh, this one isn't as smutty.
I thought it was
Not
Purple Headed
smutty.
Warrior.
Yeah, it was
Volume 3.
Purple-Headed Warriors.
No?
Volumes 1 through 3.
No, I gotta wait till that comes out in the fall of 2022. So
All right.
I have to wait for that one.
Well,
In the Gal Garage.
have a safe trip. Enjoy. Where are you trying to get to tonight?
I think Phoenix. I want to take a nice, quick thing. That way I can actually stop and have I'll go get takeout and take to the room and just be gross.
Clearly, she's not in a rush, so she's gonna make a few stops along the way.
Oh yeah, no, I want her. I just wanted to.
She's had the greatest time alone.
I just want her to be back by Tuesday night so we could do some stuff.
I'm gonna be back by Tuesday night evening because it's I think it'll be 6 hours for me now, so I'll get there early evening so I can just be
Right,
solo and by myself and physically enjoy that.
All right. Well,
not like that, but
have fun and be safe. All right. I'll talk to you later. I'll call you. When
I
I'm
would say
done.
be safe and have fun.
Have fun and be safe. Be safe and have fun.
I'll do both.
Priorities.
Be fun and have safe.
All right.
Bye,
Later.
Sarah.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Later.
Sarah.
Bye, Piper.
Bye, Piper.
Piper, no piping. Hey, Rich, I have a question based on what she said. Can you say you read a book if you listen to it?
I don't think so.
Me
But she
either.
says it then corrects herself. I'm like, well, I guess you sort of read you.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, someone else read it
correcting her.
to you.
I'm
Someone
just-
else read it to you, I guess,
I'm just
right?
thinking. Yeah, I'm just thinking. All right. Well, anyway, priorities. I think think it all comes down to priorities. Rich and Spot, and it was nice to hear from Sarah.
Yeah.
Who's reading Smut Tales.
Don't talk to strangers. Yeah. Phoenix tonight. Be back tomorrow. I want her to get back here. Not because I necessarily I miss her. It just, we have such limited time here without the kids, so that if she could get here.
Miss her, kiss her, love her.
And if we could get some stuff done while she's here without the kids, and then she flies back to get the kids Monday.
Oh, that's how it works?
Yeah.
Man, a lot of traveling.
Yeah, and that's a pain in the ass, man. So, before we get out of here, one smutty thought that...
Oh, I got the rando news too, so don't be promising things.
Right. My thought goes a little something like this.
Hit it.
I talked about how when Sarah and I were on vacation, we actually had fantastic alone time.
Is that why you were waiting for her to get back by Tuesday night?
We were all over each other, which is beautiful. And then you start to say, well, you hear your whole life, you've heard older people talk about vacation sex and, they finally got away from the kids and that's sort of one of the motives and one of the benefits of vacationing when you're older. When you're 23, 25 and you got no kids and you're dating and living in an apartment somewhere, isn't there a part of you that never really differentiated vacation sex and home sex? Because it's no difference. You're going out drinking to a bar, you go home, you hook up. You wake up, you sleep in. That type of stuff now is designated for vacation because you have...
Yeah, but at home you don't let you just fly like you do in the hotel room. So that would be
maybe in your 20s you did. You just didn't have loads of kids' laundry to do. You can wash your sheets if you got to let you just fly.
Let it fly. That's the biggest difference.
So it's just one of those hey, when you have kids,
let the jizz fall down like rain.
Vacation is just so much. Vacation is really one of the priorities. Does become we're gonna get alone time. We could actually be on each other instead of you're putting this kid to bed. I'm putting this kid to bed. Oh, you're tired. I'm tired. I'm passed out on the couch.
Yeah, life changes. You got 2 Rugrats. Jeez. So Tony Rometta said, "Yeah, 2 kids, game changer
for real." For real.
And when the sun comes up tomorrow.
Yeah, Sarah is flying back with the 2 kids alone. Sarah's going to fly back on Monday, meet her mom at the airport with the kids, and then just turn right back around and fly back. It's a 2.5, 3-hour flight. It's easy.
So vacation sex was good.
Vacation sex, fantastic, right? I bring this up because if you go on our Covino Rich Facebook page, and I'm sure there's comments on our text message, Discord, all the conversations that are happening, all the great people supporting Covino and Rich.
Appreciate you. Even if I don't like you, still appreciate you listening.
Or was that your...
No, that wasn't my deep thought spot. My deep thought's tomorrow and it has to do with prison.
Prison sex.
They're trying to build a prison.
You see how people talk about all the sex they have?
In prison?
No, not in prison spot.
Prison sex.
Yo, you see these people, someone will put up a poll, and my wife and I are both convinced that everyone's a liar.
Yeah, I believe that.
I saw this poll you speak of. It was how often do you have sex?
It was how often do you have sex?
Who posted it? Give him credit. Was it Jim Ramsey?
I think it was, actually.
Was it? Jim's great for posting polls. And taking them.
Well, now you need a flag in front of your house. Call up Jim.
I know. So I think one answer was 3 to 4 times a week. One was every day. One was 2 times a week. One was once a week, once a month. And Sarah and I looked at each other and we're like, listen, there's so many factors involved. I'm a fucking hornball. Sarah's always
cornball.
Sarah's
the hornball.
Hold on 1 second. Cornball. Hornball. My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Cross that off. Sorry. I got it wrong. Here. Cross that off right there.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. Who's logged into the computer?
Someone named Burger.
Yeah. Hamburger. So, I mean, my wife is reading smut novels.
Cheeseball.
I'm a
cheeseball.
Corny, horny dude.
Planters cheese balls.
We got 2 little kids. And I'm telling you, there are times that we are absolutely not all over each other for periods of time.
Too tired. You're exhausted.
And when I saw these people, and then the funny thing is,
You've
Lonnie,
been wearing the same sweatpants for 3 days.
I think Lonnie agreed with me. I made the point that the people that answered like every day, you immediately clicked on their profile. You're like, who is this, and who are they fucking every day? I did. I was like, everyone that answered like every day.
I can see how you can't keep your hands off of that.
I'm like, click.
Right.
Oh, those two are fucking every day. And then I'm thinking, is it one of those things? I feel like it's the guy that lies about how big his dick is the same person that lies about how much money he makes or how much he won in Vegas or how much he's having sex with his wife or girlfriend.
How hot the girl was how hot the girls were in his threesome.
So I was banging some hot. I was honest. See, I'm an honest guy when it comes to this. I told you, I was like, look at the girl. I fucking banged some hot girl in a threesome with another girl that looked like Tiny Tim. I could have lied to you and said, bro, there were two models. I told you the truth.
She was horrid.
I told you. It was one model and her friend who looked like a fucking man.
True.
So my point is, are you with me? Liars? Or is everyone so horned up that most of the answers are like multiple times a week? And I promise you, anyone with kids that's still fucking multiple times a week,
I don't know. I just think people are different. I want to be with you. I'm just speculating for the sake of conversation. So yes, I'm with you. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. No one wants to fuck you. That's what, you voted yes once a week. And
then from an ego point of view, I'm like, I have a fucking beautiful wife. One of the fucking hottest moms there is. And I'm not fucking her as much as I could or should just because people get tired.
Make love. Rich.
I'm sorry, make
She's your
love.
wife.
Yeah, no. If you only make love to your wife, that's part of the problem. You got to fuck your wife too. You make love to her and you got to do it all.
Oh, so you make love once a day, but you fuck her like once a month.
I'm just saying.
I get it. I get where you're coming from. Pun intended.
Spot. You are not a single man. You're a married man, no kids. You're home at night. Your wife is home at night every night. You have your weekends together.
Well, technically, he's a single man. There's no other men attached to him.
You don't think it's unrealistic?
Right now.
There's so many factors here. Ready? Her being in the mood. You being in the mood. You feeling good. You not being tired. You being in a good mental state because of, I don't know, family, jobs, the stock market, your team lost. Like she's fighting with one of her girlfriends or arguing with her mom.
How full do you feel is another factor.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking had a big steak. Oh.
Yeah, back off. I just had a hamburger.
Like if you think
hamburger spot.
If you think Covino was fucking after he had a big ass steak on Saturday night, get out of here. No. So my point is, when people say they have sex all the time, is it like lazy quickies that I wouldn't even consider sex? Like I don't know. I'm on Team Rich. I am, but I also say that maybe maybe people are just hornier than you. Maybe that might be it, spot. But I don't know that those big blue boxes don't look familiar to me. Is that
this is the new way they show polls. What should I vote? I have about once or twice a week.
You have sex once or twice a week?
Once a week.
Really? So 4 times a month?
Yeah.
But Garrett, once or twice a week makes me think it's more than once.
This guy's having sex almost 40 times a year.
Once a week.
Yeah, but you know what? When you put it in perspective,
Sunday mornings.
If you're having sex once a month, which is realistic when you have 2 kids, that's realistic.
What?
Once a month. That doesn't mean you didn't have some side action. Rich is talking sex, right? So let's say Rich had sex once a month. He has 2 kids. He's wearing sweatpants 3 days in a row. Like it's not a steamy sort of scene, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference between vacation time and being a dad and a parent.
And it's also the difference between...
But when you put it in perspective, once a month, which is like the reality for some people.
Yeah.
That's only 12 times a year.
Yeah, but I think there's some weeks and months that are different than others, right? Like look at it from the perspective of, there might be a week where you guys are all over each other.
Call that a week.
But then there's other times where it's like, you're trying to tell me that everyone with multiple kids, especially little kids.
It's different lifestyles, man.
I just can't imagine.
Spot, you know all the factors you speak of?
Yeah.
Full belly. You had a long day at work. All the things. She has to be in the mood. He has to be in the mood. Situations are perfect. It's business. It's business time. You don't have your business socks washed. All these things. You have 2 kids in the mix, right? Spot does not. So that's one less factor he has to worry. That's 2 less factors he has to worry about. Mm-hmm. So
I don't eat like shit.
his chances of once a week are higher than yours. So it makes sense.
Yeah, but there's a part of me that thinks,
oh, and I'm down to my socks. It's business time. That's why I call them business socks.
I think if you average once to twice a week, meaning there might be 2 weeks where you don't hook up, and then you might have sex 2 days in a row or 3 days. But my thought is that people that are busy.
You should buy one of those things, Rich, on Shark Tank. You ever see those things where you like stuffed animals? If you turn it up, that means you're ready to have. You're in the mood.
I've seen it, yeah.
And if it's turned down, you're not in the mood. So that way you both know where you stand.
I'm just convinced that everyone must be having either everyone's way hornier than I think, or maybe I'm a stickler for quality.
Oh, you want quality over quantity? Fuck that.
Like,
yeah,
to
remember
me,
Rich wants to be seduced. Remember that?
Loads are like pizza.
No,
even a horrible one's good.
It's not seduced, Covino. I know it's a funny joke at all, and I think that is.
Sarah
it was
said,
funny.
"What do you mean?" Sarah said
you needed to be seduced.
On this show.
I know
that you're like you need more. Like you need a whole routine, a song and dance, lingerie, seduced.
I don't need a routine, but what I'm saying is I don't like some people are probably like. Some people are probably like unshowered, gross.
Yeah,
like,
barf.
and they're just like, oh, bend over for 2 minutes. I don't do unshowered, gross, bend over for 2 minutes. Sarah and I want to make sure the moment's right, the mood's right. Sarah and I don't have half-ass sex. I'm not saying we're fucking Cirque du Soleil performers.
No, you're like
Let me
Steve
touch you all over.
Yeah, you're like Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old Virgin. You put on satin pajamas. You light candles.
No,
you lay everything out. You get the little lotion on the nightstand. You're all good to go.
It's fine. Give me a little business time baseline. That means it's go time. Didn't. Why don't you just have like a code with your wife? And then she's like, no, I'm not in the mood. And you're like, all right. Just give her didn't.
I think realistically, if someone were to tell me they're busy, they got kids, especially little kids. If they said they're trying to get once, maybe twice a week, I think that's a really fair answer. I think when someone's like, yo, I got multiple kids and I work 12 hours a day, because everyone also loves to brag to us that they work like 20 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I fucking work my ass off. So you work.
Men brag about.
Yeah, guys love to brag about they work 15 hours a day.
How many beers they could crush in a weekend.
So I'm saying the guy that's drinking like a fucking drinking and working long hours and if someone says 3, 4, 5 days a week, then you know what? Then you're all the fuckmasters and call me out, because I can't tell you the last time I was consistently having sex 5 days a week.
I'm with you, bruv. I'm into
5 days a week.
I'm into quality over quantity. The thing is, I fail on my end of quality, but that's my intent.
There's a lot of guys like if you're looking for
what sort of quality are you looking for?
I don't know. You want to make sure she is definitely getting off maybe more than once. Like you want to make sure that the woman is satisfied.
What sort of conditions do you need? I do that. What sort of conditions do you need?
You think there's people that just bend?
You're talking to the new fuckmaster.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even trying to. I'm not trying to say that. I'm
not
trying to put that forward. I'm like, like what conditions are you waiting? Are you waiting?
But I'm asking, are people okay with like lazy half-ass sex? Maybe I need to become used to that, because I'm not.
It sounds like you just had like crazy fuck sessions when you were on vacation. It didn't sound like you like laid out candles and
in reality
rose
life.
petals.
In normal life, he does not. It's less frequent, and it seems like everybody else in their regular life. I think the majority of people were saying once to twice a week.
That's fair. I'm saying most, but look at the poll though. A lot of people are saying once or twice, but a lot of other people were saying 3 to 4 every day.
That's
5
craziness
to me.
Yeah, I guarantee. Yeah, but you know
what would help though? If you had the urge to splurge. You're wasting the ammo a lot of times, so you're taking away your own motivation.
It also depends on. It depends honestly in this situation. Not to be sexist.
If you weren't such a wanker, you'd have more motivation.
It depends on the woman, and I'll tell you why.
Oh snap! Oh, what do you mean?
Because the woman is the factor here. If you have a woman, and there are women that exist, and I've never met one.
By the way, you notice what word Spot is using in this sexual conversation, right?
Whoa, man.
There's some sort of magic where they are easily aroused and pleased. And these women exist. And I think these are the women that are in the category of the 3 to 4 and 5 to 6 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
I think the average woman, at least the woman I deal with, it's like fucking solving a Rubik's Cube some days. And it requires a lot of energy, but it gets done. And I think for those situations, then it's like, you're not just banging for yourself and getting it over with. I think that requires more effort and time. It's an investment.
Yeah.
I'm not, it's for me, it's not a 5-minute session.
I think
it takes a while.
I think Covino's right in that porn and jacking off will hurt your urge. I think even more so than that are kids 5 and under.
Your urge to splurge.
Kids 5 and under because they are always on you.
Yeah. Like, you can't have sex with band wrapped around your neck.
I mean, like from 5 a.m. until 9 p.m.
You won't remember.
Right? And then once 9 p.m. hits, then you're like, well, the kids
Can
are
I ask you
sleeping.
a personal question?
Yeah, sure.
I really don't want to.
Yeah.
Because it's your...
How about instead of edibling, you just bang each other and like your goos will just relax
I'm not
you.
saying I'm unhappy, Spot. I'm just
No,
saying
no, I'm just saying,
I'm
instead
fascinated
of-
by people saying they have sex like 5 days a week. I'm like,
It's-
what do these people do?
I'm-
Do they have no
I'm
kids? Do they have no jobs? Do they have nothing?
No, I'm equally fascinated.
Okay.
Equally fascinated. There's much more going on there than just, hey, we have time and no kids.
Gotcha.
You gotta go.
No.
Oh, no. I'm in a few minutes, yes, but not yet. You go.
Where, Piper sleeps in your bed. So what happens? She just sits there and watches you guys?
No, you put the dog off the bed.
And then she sits there and watches you guys?
I mean, I don't watch her watching me. But I mean, it's a dog. I mean, I'm not the only human.
I know. I'm just wondering. I was wondering because I feel like that's a cock block.
Yeah.
She judges.
Yeah, she does.
That's what Sarah and Piper are talking about right now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dios mío.
Yeah, it's
So,
fine. You're bringing it.
everyone that's having sex 5 days a week, God bless you. I guess one day I'll be back to your routine when the kids are a little older.
I'm telling you, it's
See that. Look at what Drew Mac's saying. He's fine with the quickie and quantity. So maybe that's what it is. Like you got to have special nights when you special.
Are the
like business
quickies?
time.
I have a question. Are the quickies just for him, or are the quickies for him and his wife?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder how many guys
I
are like, yeah,
think-
we had a quickie, and the girl's like,
I think it depends
how easy your girl is to get off.
on the girl.
Some girls are
Like
easier than others.
sometimes I'll say to Kristen, I'm like, because sometimes in the morning she'll wake me up and like we'll have
Before you
sex.
go?
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm super tired, and then like it takes her like an hour to get her in the mood, and I'm like, just fucking. Well, I'm asleep and you're awake for an hour and a half or 2 hours or however long you're up. Take care, do some stuff for yourself, and wake me up when you're ready,
You're
and then
telling
we
her
can
to
just. I'm telling her to warm up without me because I'm tired.
Wow. On that note, let's just go.
Really? No rando
Take
news?
Spot's advice. No, I gotta go.
No, because then it's like, because then I go and she's not in the mood, and then I feel like, she doesn't feel like she's in the mood, and then I feel like I'm not in the mood, and then it's back and forth. It's a whole thing. It's a whole cycle. So get yourself in the mood, and then I'll be ready. Because honestly, my dick could be hard, and like my dick's hard right now. I can have sex right now.
See ya.
Wait, you don't want to hear about the Lomachenko
I'm in a
fight this
cabin.
weekend?
I'm not
I
near
don't.
you. I'm in my cabin.
I don't. We'll see you guys mañana. Until then,
Rich is done.
arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land. Goodbye.